Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Weighted Dice. Uh, as you may notice with our current layout, things are changing a little bit going forward. One, we have unfortunately been thrust upon the fact that we have to get rid of Glib or Andre from our current party due to some scheduling conflicts.
Poor
But
Andre.
we are currently searching for a fourth to join our humble party. You may also notice that the screen down here is unfortunately black because Mordos, aka Ted, is predisposed, but he will be joining us shortly. But we do have our other two party members here. We have Nox and Roman back with us once again. How about you guys sort of regale us with what happened last time?
Oh, yay. I'm so good at these.
We made a lot of money last time.
Did make a fuck ton of money.
We did.
Well-
We got to see Mordos and Nox
The other guys
team up
made
again.
a lot of money.
Yeah, you guys
I
were
didn't so much.
You gave us inspiration. It was
gruesome
good.
twosome.
Yeah, we make a good
Oh, yeah.
fighting team.
You do. You do actually make a very good fighting team.
It was funny because I was actually telling Roman that you could tell that Mordos and I have been doing this for a while because there's just trust there.
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a good level of trust between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how did your date with Brennan go? How'd that go? Do you think it went well?
I think it went well. I'm not sure because Roman made a snide little remark.
Roman was a little bit tipsy and lonely.
Roman's a little bit of a dick.
It was mean.
That's what
Not
I
sorry, he
hear.
doesn't feel very good about the whole thing because she's, self-conscious. And then Roman's like, oh, it didn't end well.
Oh, what's the matter? Did your boyfriend not treat you over to a nice ice cream?
Okay, Pops.
Okay, let me finish up opening my important NPCs list because I never remember people's names. Oddly enough.
Let's see. So we fought in... Basically, we did arenas last week.
Yes.
Yeah,
First,
rings
we
were
put Mordos
fun.
up against Gerald Ember Root.
He was a guard.
Of the guard. Previously seen on a one-shot that we rescued.
Where else have you seen him?
Mordos beat him handily. He tried to help us solve a murder mystery.
And you guys are just
we
like,
scared
nah,
the crap
we're just gonna fucking... He looks like a bad dude. And you're like, let's just kill this guy.
Well,
You monsters.
we weren't gonna kill him. We wanted to see what was going on. Let's see. Then after that, Nox and Mordos did a 2-on-2 fight against two nameless people. One of whom was an elf. Was she an
A
elf
high
or a
elf.
high elf? A high
High
elf.
Elf. Yeah.
She was
and,
so Snoop.
Big bad. Was he Goliath?
He was a Minotaur.
No, yeah.
Oh, Minotaur.
Yeah.
Something big and burly.
Big burly and wanted to eat your faces.
Yeah, and they handled that very.
We showed him.
handily
We
as well.
showed them.
Yeah,
we got some good fighting in there.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Off of that, we made a lot of money, and then I talked them into doing a 3-on-1 against Wolf, one of the judges. At which point,
That
I
was
lost
just for
all of my
fun's
winnings.
It was a bit of a bad situation for you guys. I mean, good effort. You guys were definitely treated to orange slices later, so
But
you
did
guys did
anybody
that.
really think that we were gonna win? I didn't. I thought it was just gonna be for oh really?
3-on-1, maybe.
I thought it was just gonna be a fun experience.
Yeah, nah. Just a bad time for you.
That may have come from a misunderstanding of how challenge rating works.
I didn't get hit.
So to kind of ruin the movie magic there, CR is basically the challenge rating of a particular character. So a group of 10th level characters, ranging from 4 to 5 people, should be able to have minor difficulty with a CR 10 individual. Wolf is a CR 16. So
Yeah, see,
you guys were gonna have issues. It's not impossible by any means, but you did zero of the right things.
that was some slight misunderstanding on my part. I thought the CR was a cumulative level of the whole party, so I thought 3 level 10s. Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah, we can take on a CR-30, no problem. You know,
Yeah.
dragons.
Because that's what I was estimating he was.
Sure. All right. Well. Let's continue with tonight's game. As I said before, welcome back to Way to Dice. Tonight's episode is called "A Death in the Family."
Hi.
So you all sort of took off from your various paths late that evening, and you all had a pretty uneventful night, except for Mordos, who unfortunately is still napping.
He's still napping.
It's the crack of dawn. You can hear the various cockatrices out in the wilderness doing their little cockadoodle-doos.
The cockatrices. Okay.
So yeah, you guys are back up in the morning. You're all treated to various breakfast foods if you're at the inn, for a price, of course.
Which I'm not.
No, you're back at your ship. I would imagine you find some
me
old
and
bread.
Barry.
It's a little stale, but you haven't gone shopping in a while, so
haven't really had much of a chance.
yeah, your food's kind of gone bad. Your booze is still good.
That works.
Yeah, you just start drinking immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm going on land. I kind of need to.
Nox, how do you want to start your brand new day?
So it's me and Barry in the room. We're gonna order some room service.
They don't have that.
They don't have room service?
They have a common area where you can eat.
What? We just have room service. I guess Barry and I would go downstairs and have some breakfast.
Okay. Downstairs you see a plethora of people. There's about maybe 10 different groups of people in this tavern right now, enjoying some nice eggs and various fried meats. You see some people just, having a good time, waking up still. Yeah, if you ask, they'll definitely bring you breakfast.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and have some breakfast.
Okay, yeah, you get a nice little meal of some rather large quail eggs. Because that's more of the finer thing is quail egg. Some strips of bacon and some ham and stuff like that. And of course they bring out Barry this gigantic dish of meats. So he's able to sort of eat his fill. As the day sort of progresses on, you guys are finishing up your breakfast. Do you guys meet up eventually?
Well, first thing I need to do... Yeah, I guess so. I was like, I need to go talk to the shipwright, but we can do that later, I guess.
Sure. So as you go and talk to... Well, do you get back to the tavern that she's staying in to go, say, hey, what's up? Or
yeah, I'll make my way there and just kind of stop by and pick up my quote from the shipwright on the way. How's that?
That sounds great.
Since I'm already at the docks.
That sounds great.
Okay.
So you get to the shipwright, and he is open. Opens up fairly early. But
Okay.
You can definitely tell that he is looking a little bit more concerned. You can see him talking to a few of the people and sort of giving them orders. You actually see some of the guards walk out as you walk in. And as you walk in, you can tell, like I said, he's fairly worried about something. You're not exactly sure what yet. But he's got his face deep in a ledger right now.
Okay. Am I on a first name basis with this guy?
No.
Okay.
You met this guy once. Formally met him one time. What's Roman's last name, by the way?
That's kind of complicated. Are you asking as the DM or are you asking as an NPC?
How would he introduce himself to another individual of high rank?
I would just introduce myself as Roman.
Okay, how would he find you? If he were to go, oh, do you know Roman? They're like, who the fuck is that? What is your identifying name?
Oh, God.
Roman lives on a ship.
If I have to have a last name, I use Tallstag.
Tallstag?
As my last
okay,
name.
that's fine.
Yes.
Because no one's going to, try and vet it. They're like, is that really his last name? They'll be like, all right, cool, whatever.
Okay.
You said Tallstag?
Yeah. Most people in the gutter know me as Goldbeard, though.
Yeah. He's not from the gutter. He just works down here.
I apologize. I still need a map of this city because I feel like
I'm working on it. It's real hard for me. I'm not an artist.
Okay.
But you do definitely walk in and he goes, Mr. Tallstag.
Good morrow, Master Girdington.
Yeah, is
there trouble about?
Sorry, what?
Is there trouble about?
Just a small issue with some men of mine. But I'm sure you're here for your quote.
Yes.
He pulls out a small booklet and he goes, well, we found several issues with your ship.
Okay.
First off, it's awful. It's just the worst thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
Basically, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. You're looking at a small fortune to repair it.
Okay.
Hull damage alone is gonna run you back about 50k.
Okay.
This wood that's being used on the ship is some pretty high quality stuff. If we were to even just like strip it down and put new planks in, you're still looking at about 30. That's just the hull. That's to make sure it floats.
So, how much would a new? How much would you charge me to build me something brand new?
To build you something?
Yeah.
Well, if I had...
Or sell me something you already have built.
Okay, that's a little easier. I gotta tell you.
It doesn't have to be custom made.
Yeah. Most people, when they come into my shop and they're like, "Hey, I want you to go ahead and get me a new ship," I'm like, okay. Do you have 3 years? That's how long it takes to build a ship. 3 years.
I don't usually imagine.
Imagine what?
Did he go?
Hello?
Okay.
You sort of
is he
just
dead?
sat
I
up
being
to
the
the
robot,
distance
or
there.
you?
Is he dead?
No, I think he might be all right.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm here,
Okay. You didn't imagine what?
and now I lost Gale's.
It's fine.
You might want to reload.
Hang on.
I think he's gonna reload. Give us a second, guys.
Hi, chat.
Hello.
Can
Okay.
you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Just fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't see
you're-
either.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, it really depends on what you're looking for. Do you want a fast ship? Do you want a warship? Do you want something to replace your sailing ship, your fishing boat? I got a rowboat in the back.
I need a merchant vessel. I need something that can haul cargo, crew,
Okay.
maybe 10 to 20.
10 to 20 people.
Similar size to what I have now. Like just what I've got now, only actual functional.
Okay. Let me take a look here, and you can see he's actually visibly looking through his ledger to see what he actually has available.
Okay.
Well, I think we're getting refreshed right now, so you have to bear with us.
Okay.
Are you good now?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
think I am.
All right. Basically tells you looking at about anywhere from 40 to 50,000, depending
For
on
you. Either way, fixing mine
Yes.
or a new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want something of decent quality, if you just want something that floats, that's another used ship.
Well,
Maybe 20.
I need to take it across the sea to the Sword Coast.
You're gonna want something for,
I need it to
for
be able
good
to
coin.
do that.
Yeah, you're gonna want something for real good coin. The best I
Okay.
could do is 40. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I got.
Well,
And I mean,
okay.
I heard what you did for the city, so I mean, I could maybe do 38. But these ships don't come cheap.
Well, tell you what. What's this trouble you got going on? Maybe I can help you straighten some of that out. And we can
It's just some of my boys. They
25.
haven't reported back yet.
From where?
The southern coasts.
Okay. I might be headed that way. If you want me to look out.
Yeah, if you could bring them all back, I'd easily take 20k off.
Okay.
They're supposedly hauling some very rare materials that I kind of need for my business.
That
And
sounds like a
The
plan.
downside, they haven't reported back in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I gave them some sending stones. They should at
And
least
they
call
haven't
back.
even checked in. Okay. How many people am I looking for?
38.
38, but no wonder it's worth 20,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
I value lives more than I do ships.
Really?
Yes. I'm not a monster. Gods.
Okay.
They can make me more ships. Ships can't make more people. Also,
can bring you more
they're some of the
people.
best ship hands I know.
Okay. 38 people, all human.
A variation of
descriptions.
humans, half orcs, half elves, dwarves. I think there's
Okay.
a couple halflings. They're really good at climbing that crow's nest.
Okay. So where were they supposed to be going?
Thay.
That's an island. Give me a boat to get. Tell you what, give me the boat you want to sell me, and I'll.
Last I heard is that they never made it off the coast.
Oh, okay.
There was supposed to be a boat waiting for them at the southern coasts. Never, haven't heard back from them since they hit, I don't know, the Southernlands.
Awesome. Well, not awesome because there's 38 people missing. Well, I will ask around and see what I can do.
All right, well, I appreciate it. Until then, the rate's going to be kind of firm, unless you can give me something else in trade.
Oh, that's
even for your
you
ship.
can take that pile of crap I got.
I would burn it.
Okay.
That wood is so rotted, I can't even scrap it.
Okay, well, I understand. That's fine. All right, that's fine. I will have a word with my friends, and we'll see about finding missing people.
He gives you a copy of your charge, basically letting you know how much you need to do the repairs and how much a new ship of equal size would be.
Okay.
Equal size and the ability to go the same speed that this ship once would have been able to.
Basically my boat, but new.
Yeah, your boat, but new.
Okay. That works for me. Then I will thank him for his time and go about trying to find my new friends, because I think I have a way for us to make some money.
Oh. Okay. So you go back to the tavern where you left Nox, Mordos, and Barry. And you find her just eating, and you see Barry just stuffing his fat fucking face.
You realize he's not supposed to eat that much, right? I mean, I don't want to tell you how to raise your pet.
When you say that, he looks up with ham hanging out of his mouth.
I mean, I don't want to tell you how to raise your pet, but...
He can eat whatever. Barry, you're fine. Just don't listen to me, man. He can eat whatever you want.
Okay.
Do like your ham.
Is there any, is there a vegetable platter or something?
There is. You can definitely ask for.
I will
for
offer Barry a stick of celery. Usually,
Barry doesn't like celery.
He sniffs it, takes a bite, chews it. Ugh. He goes back to the meat. You can definitely tell he doesn't mind it. Like if he was starving, he would eat it, but he definitely prefers fried meats.
Okay.
Like every other red-blooded American.
We can say that because we don't have any Canadians here.
Not right now.
Is prestidigitation capable of making consumables of any quantity?
It cannot create things that would be consumed.
Okay.
You can alter things. It's more used for illusions.
Yeah.
You could definitely make the celery taste like fried meats for him.
Yeah, I could have done that.
Yeah, you can't really conjure things.
Okay. I was just gonna try and see if I could make some eucalyptus and see what would happen. All right. We'll cross that bridge later.
Yeah.
You're fine, Barry.
I don't, like I said, I don't want to tell you how to raise your pets. I just,
Well,
So, how do you know Brennan? Right? Barry's his own bear.
Oh, so I'm sorry, sir. I'll bow to him.
He gives you a little bear curtsy. Goes back to eating.
I do treat him like a child, but he's had a hard life.
You ask how I know Brennan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He gave me work when I first came to Theron, and has continued giving me work since then. We've become friends.
How close of a friend?
I think he thinks of me as kind of a brother figure.
And you don't? I feel like the DM has something to say.
I have bad experiences with family-like groups. I trust him. I do trust him. I definitely trust him. And I would most likely give my life for him, but I wouldn't use that word.
What word?
A brother-like relationship.
Oh, okay.
Is what he's.
I would not call him my brother. At least not to his face.
So you guys are friends.
Yes.
Okay.
You have a strange look on your
Is
face.
that it?
Okay. Am I still clean?
Yeah, you're definitely still clean.
I'm usually not.
Is her
You
hair
haven't
still
yet
all
rolled in
fancy?
a mud blood pile.
She did sleep in the same bed with a drop beer.
Barry sleeps on the floor.
Yeah,
Happily.
Barry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he actually prefers the floor. He doesn't like sleeping in beds. He tends to break them.
Is her hair still all fancy and everything?
Her hair's a little bit messed because she was sleeping. But
My hair doesn't mess when I sleep.
in fantasy world, it does.
Yeah, in real world, it doesn't.
I don't give a shit. I don't care what your fucking perfect hair. Your hair does what mine does, and that's get fucked up in the morning. It's not like awful. You don't look like Jack Nicholson.
But it's not freshly done.
It's no.
It's okay, so it's gonna be loose.
Yeah, it's loose. It's not like
Which is
up in the air and
unusual.
frizzy and shit.
It's unusual for me to wear it loose.
Look, I wanted to tell you. I wanted to apologize for my remark last night. I don't like not having people around and seeing other people form bonds. It's kind of hard for me. So, and I was a little bit tipsy. Wolf cannot hold his liquor.
I saw him being carried out. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, he is a lightweight. But I was a little bit tipsy, and I should have just kept my tongue. Just wanted to apologize.
Nah, you're fine. I just didn't know if you knew something I didn't know.
I do know that I've been trying to get Brennan to go out and have a social life for the better part of a year, and last night was the first date he's been on since I've known him.
He didn't have anybody serious before?
Not to my knowledge.
He's actually told you, Roman, that he prefers to just bury himself in his work because he's very socially awkward.
He thinks he's very socially awkward, and so
Who isn't
he's a
socially
workaholic.
awkward, though?
I don't know. Everyone is weird in their own way.
Right?
I mean, some of us are smoother talkers than others, but you know,
Would that be you?
I think that would also be you.
I am not a smooth talker. I have no idea what you're talking about. As I roll around my dice in my hand.
As you guys are talking, you can definitely see Mordos kind of like stumble down the stairs. He asks for like a pitcher of like juice, and then he just goes back upstairs. You could definitely tell that he's very hungover right now.
Oh yeah, he got really drunk last
He
night
got
too.
fucked up.
Okay, I'm gonna see them and be like, I haven't seen that in a while.
But you can tell it's
How
different
much-
from when he used to drink himself into a stupor, Knox. This is
Okay.
more of like he just had too much of a good time. And he like waves to you guys as he's like drinking this juice and go back upstairs.
How much did he have to drink last night?
A good bit. He was trying to set pace for Wolf, and it became apparent that Wolf couldn't keep up.
You know that they both drank about 10 shots within a matter of a couple of hours.
This is the Dragon Fire,
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, they got fucked up. It's safe to assume that Wolf is also not doing great today.
I imagine not, unless he has a constitution that matches.
So Knox
matches
is the
strength.
only one that doesn't actively drink very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't drink a ton. I drink just enough to keep myself from getting
All
sick.
right, sailor. See you throw him back.
You've seen me throw one back.
Fair.
I prefer to keep my wits about me. It tends to make for better profit.
So as you guys are sort of talking, you.
Oh, I was going to relate to her the whole thing about the shipwright and the missing people, and that I think we might be able to get the city to maybe, fund an adventure to rescue some of their missing citizens. Though, of course, we'd have to talk to Brennan about that.
As you're discussing the details of this job you had sort of schemed about, you do notice that a man comes in, and he is actually the.
Not Brennan, is it?
It's not Brennan. Don't have to worry about that.
Do want the stealth real
Do
quick.
not have to worry about that. Roman, you know this as actually, you both know this guy. It's Alvernus. He has come in a little. It's earlier than his shop opens up.
Alvarez, the potion making,
The potion master,
the potion here. Okay.
the maester of the potions. He goes up to the barkeep and says, "I'll take a juice, thanks." And you can see him just sort of slump over, and he's just like drinking by himself. You could tell that his clothing seems a little bit more dulled than it normally is. He doesn't have the same type of air about him.
Okay. Can I do, from sitting where I am, any kind of, I guess, an insight check to maybe see if I can discern
make an insight
what
check.
he is bothering him?
Sure.
18.
18. Well then, fuck. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that screen you guys just saw. 18. You definitely know that he's feeling rather morose. You've never really seen him like this before.
What? I'm sorry, repeat that. I was looking at the screen you told me not to look at.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. He looks very morose. Something you've never really seen him in such a state before.
Mm-hmm.
He looks sad, almost.
I'm trying to decide how I feel about
Some
this
would
right
say soul crushed.
Okay, if we're going to go so far as to say soul crushed, I'm not going to do it. I was going to mock him aloud slightly. But if he's that bad, not going to. I'll say to Knox, what do you think's going on with him?
And I've met this guy before, or did I not meet him because I went somewhere else?
You've met him once. You know him as Alvernus, the elven potion seller, crafter, master.
Okay.
He's the potion vendor on the square.
Yeah, I know who he is. I just didn't know if I'd met him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You met him once.
Okay.
Oh, no, Roman was telling Knox that to remind her just in case Knox
okay.
did not remember. I
don't know him well enough to know if there's...
Well, that's unusual for him. Usually he's very loud and arrogant. Matter of fact, I don't think I've seen him outside his shop in a very long time. I'm trying to decide whether I'm concerned enough to go ask him what's wrong. Suddenly a crowd appears.
Sorry. It's atmosphere.
It's okay. Yes, thank you. It helps. I'm really trying to decide whether I feel badly enough that he is sad to go ask. I guess I should.
I mean, you don't have to.
I don't have to. But Roman is also unfeeling enough that he might be able to turn this to his own advantage. So yes, I will go up to the bar. And I'll just walk up beside Alvarez with my... I'll ask for a juice as well.
Okay.
Pineapple, if you have it.
He does.
Okay.
Or its equivalent.
Okay.
It's called spine fruit here, so...
That works for me, I think.
It's sweet and tangy. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. You can definitely tell that there's a lot of people who make liquors out of it.
Oh, that would be good.
Because of its flavor.
Okay. So I'll just walk up beside Alvarez and order my juice and just sit there for a second and see if he starts conversation first. And if
he does. He doesn't speak common to you, though. He speaks Elven.
Okay.
Says Roman.
Alvarez. How are you today? You seem not your usual cheerful self.
Don't be so giddy.
I'm
Doesn't become
actually...
you.
I'm not, actually. You just always make me laugh for some reason. In a good way, really.
Shop's going under.
How?
No money coming in. No materials coming in.
You always have customers. And but why aren't you getting your materials?
No idea. Trade stopped.
From where?
Everywhere. No one's bringing anything to me at all.
What about the other merchants? Is it just you?
It seems to be just me. No one's bringing me any alchemical materials.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not me. I know you think I hate you. It's not me.
I can't make any potions anymore. We're plumb dry.
Okay. Now I feel bad.
He kind of like mixes his drink in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Another week, I'll have to sell the whole shop. Next thing I know, we'll probably come on a fucking garrison outpost.
Is it that bad?
Can't pay the rent this month. That's how bad it is.
Okay, well, short of just giving you money, well, what could I do?
Bring me materials.
Like what? I mean, what do you need? Be more specific.
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything.
I literally have nothing in my stock.
Okay. Do you have anything that you've already made?
It's all sold out.
So you literally have nothing on your shelves.
Shop's closed.
Okay.
Can't even fucking put Graham through school right now. Are you kidding me? And you know Graham to be his son.
The little one
Yeah.
that sits on the thing and reads the book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does that in his free time because he likes to. You know that Graham is training to be a wizard.
Okay.
And that he is 10.
So, okay, well, tell you what. I'll make you a deal. I will try and see what is going on with the trade routes. And I will also just on my own hunt for some materials for you. If you can give me any kind of list, anything I can look for, because I am not an herbalist.
He grabs like a cloth almost that people use to wipe off their mouth, and he pulls out a quill out of his pocket. And He wipes down 3 different materials, and he just slides it over to you.
And those are?
One is briar root, hollow leaf, and song seed.
Okay.
If I had 18 pounds of each of these, that'd be enough to cover the rent. At least then I can
What do
make
you
some.
need out of these? Just out of curiosity. Everything?
No. Funny thing
Oh.
is, it's dick enlargement. That's what sells the most. All these goddamn royals up here.
Roman will burst out laughing, shooting spine fruit juice through his nose.
I can't even make proper wares. That's what I have to resort to. Because it sells.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, have you seen where I live?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I will see about getting you stuff. And also ask around about the trade. It's really just you. Everybody else is getting their stuff.
Yeah. Way's got his stuff.
Okay.
People in the general stores are getting their stuff. I bought food from them the other day. I normally could just take my own.
I'm sorry, can you say that again? I missed the beginning of that sentence.
Oh, he had to actually go out and buy food from a general store, which he doesn't do. He grows his own food, but he doesn't have any more actual materials to make his own food anymore.
Okay. So it's not like he's hungry. He got food. He just doesn't.
He can afford to live, but he's got to close down his shop soon.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll see what I can do for you. Have you talked to the council at all?
I have. They want something to prove that I can use the money correctly. They think I'm going too far into experiments. I can't make anything worth their while if I don't have any materials. It's kind of a big circle of shit.
Okay, well, I'll get you this so you can pay your rent. And I'll talk to some people and see if I can find out what's going on with your trade. And because I mean, what would the people do without you?
Who knows?
I mean, because clearly if you have no supply right now, demand has to be very high.
Let me show you something. And he reaches into a pouch and he pulls out a small book. It's got about maybe 1,000 pages in it. It's leather bound. It looks to be like a journal of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Here are the back orders for yesterday.
That's just yesterday?
Yesterday. He flips through it and
So
it's all
if you had
filled.
stuff, you could make money.
I could make thousands.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
that's
have the
reassuring.
materials.
Well, that's reassuring. All right. Well, best of luck, and I'll see what I can do to help you.
Yeah.
And I'll just
He
kind of
sips and he says, "Nature guide
walk
you."
away. Okay.
Nox, you actually overheard this entire conversation.
Good. That way I don't have to recount it.
Yeah.
So I'll go back over to Nox. So can I assume that she heard that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are really close to the bar.
Oh, okay.
And
So
an elf earring.
Yeah.
feel like. Oh, I didn't get to my half of the deal. Retcon. My half the deal was I get him stuff and get his supply lines back open. He keeps me in supply with healing potions.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's willing to do whatever right now.
Okay. I'm going to turn this to my advantage if I can.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's basically, if you asked him to, he would do anything if you said that
Awesome.
you get his shop back open.
Well, those are my terms. I get you this to make you money and get your supply lines back open, and I just get healing potions when I need them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll tell Nox, hey, you want to make some money?
I mean, sure.
Okay. I think we may need to pay Brennan a visit. Is that going to be okay?
Can we stop by the bank first?
Stop by the bank?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's a random teddy gauge.
Oh my gosh, it's a Morty.
A wild Ted appears.
I forgot my my alarm went off and I slept through it. I'm sorry, guys.
You
Are
actually
you-
just
are
went
you-
back upstairs because you're hungover.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
hungover?
That's what I meant. I'm hungover. I can't think straight.
Are you pretty
Yeah.
hungover right now?
Give me a hot minute, guys. I need to fix the overlay real quick.
Once
Now
again, I come in
Ted
fucking
is-
everything up.
I know, right? What an
Behind
asshole.
the scenes.
Also, guys, we're going to be playing without our die roller tonight because, unfortunately, the person I rely on to do all that stuff sent me the wrong one and didn't send me the other one. Ted.
Can't you just use
What?
the old one?
You sent me the secret one and not the one I need for the regular party.
Oh
Yeah, it's fine.
shit.
It's fine. It's fine, dude.
Can you just use the old one with glib?
I may have deleted it, so I have to reinsert it and then redo everything. So I'm not going to worry about it right now.
I'm sorry for all the free work that I do for you.
All of Ted's hard work. All of Ted's hard work.
I love you, Ted.
Recycle
I love
it.
you.
Yeah. Did you give Ted some money dollars?
No, but I will. Come down to Portland. I'll buy you a beer.
Anyways.
It's
Continue.
Ted, spend your own
Anyways.
money.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so Mordo sort of stumbles down the stairs now.
Okay.
Let me paint this scene for you real quick.
I'm gonna be a jerk and be like, "Hey, Morty!" like really loud.
You are hella drunk right now. You're still real hungover.
How are you feeling?
God damn it.
However, you do see in this sort of setup in the tavern, Alvernus, the potion seller, sitting at the bar, kind of drinking to himself, very somber like, and then you also see a bunch of other patrons sort of enjoying themselves, having a good time. Barry's just sort of hanging out on the floor, eating some fried meats, and Nox and Roman are sitting at a table by themselves, just sort of having a chit chat.
Okay. Alvernus, is it?
Alvernus, you've met him before.
Alvernus, my
There's
friend.
an N in his name?
Yeah.
Alvernus, I have this severe headache that will not go away. Do you have any potions for that?
Get the fuck out of my face.
Oh.
This is how I thought the day would go as
And,
well.
and he goes back to drinking his juice.
I'm gonna tell Morty. That was probably the worst thing you could have asked the poor man.
We'll wave Mordos over real quick.
The worst thing. Way to go, Morty.
Yeah.
Why did he say that to me?
His shop's going under.
He's having a bit of a rough time.
Oh, he's having a rough time. Okay.
Yeah, his shop is empty because he
Good.
can't get materials to make stuff, and so he's broke. So you ask him for a potion that he can't make you.
This is my fault, guys.
Well,
My bad.
not Yes, it is.
It's
She
all
was
any-
so drunk with off last
party.
night.
That would help this headache, perhaps.
Do I have anything?
You don't really have anything for a hangover. You don't have any like Midol or anything. You don't have my Dolian.
Did you just say Midol?
Yes, he did.
It's fine. I'll deal with it. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Do you want some of Barry's meat?
What?
You can see
is
that
the
Barry's
last
sort of
thing I
chewing
want.
on some like ham, and he like grabs some meat with his little giant fucking bear hands, and it's like pushes it towards your face.
I'll just take it and just kind of start nibbling on
That's
it.
pretty good
and
ham.
immediately start getting the meat sweats.
Yeah, it's pretty good ham though. You know that much.
The
Quit it
hangover
out.
meat
Quit
sweats.
it out.
Anyways.
I
sorry,
don't have
take it
anything
away.
I can do to help with this either, do I?
No, you don't have
Like-
Midol either.
I'll deal with it, guys.
It's the first thing that came to my head. Okay.
Midol.
Because I was thinking like, what's a fantasy thing? Oh, my doll sounds
Midol?
fantasy. You can't say, oh, you don't have any acetaminophen. That sounds like a pill.
My dog.
Oh, Midol.
Um,
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so
It
I
sounds
will
like Mitol.
I will catch Mordos up on Alvarez's situation, and that. Oh well, I guess you really weren't here, so I need to say it.
Yeah, he really doesn't know.
Alvarez really can't pay like the rent on his shop. There's nothing in it, so it's closed right now. All of his
Okay.
trade lines are shut down. He's not getting any shipments from anywhere, and so he has asked in exchange for health potions that we find him 3 specific herbs that he can use to make certain high demand potions, and also maybe investigate what's going on with his trade routes.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I just so happen to be a master of herbs, so
Awesome,
I will
because-
be a great addition. You know.
Yeah, because I'm not. I'm from the ocean, so we don't got plants there. So we're looking for briar root,
Okay. Okay.
hollow leaf, and song seed. We need
Briar.
18 pounds of each.
18 pounds of each.
Mordos,
Yeah.
please roll me an intelligence nature check.
If you fail, it's okay. You're drunk.
That's ridiculous.
That is
Uh,
ridiculous.
The most you could probably ever find in one season is about 10 pounds of song seed. And even
Okay.
still, you'd have to travel to the mountains.
What about for the other?
The rest is
herbs?
kind of easy to get. They're more common, but song seed is a little more rare.
Okay.
Like,
Look,
if you spent an entire season searching, you could maybe find 5, maybe 10 pounds of song seed.
Okay. Guys, just so you know, song seed is a rare herb. We'll only find like 5, maybe 10 pounds this season. This is not good. We're not gonna find this.
Well, maybe not in the wild, but if we can find where whatever his shipments were supposed to be, maybe they'll have it.
Okay.
You can
That's-
infer, Roman, that
that's
it's
my
not
thought, like-
that the shipments have gone missing, is that nobody's sending him anything.
Where are the shipments coming from?
All over the place.
Yeah, he said everywhere. Nothing is coming in.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a road that kind of all that way, words? Is there a road where they all kind of meet?
Here. Because basically
So-
he sends off a missive to every direction, and he says, I need these things. First person to fulfill it will get money.
Okay.
and-
So either every town coincidentally stopped sending them at the same time, or someone's robbing the shipments just outside the city.
I agree. And it just so happens that there is another opportunity that we have in front of us that would take us to the southern coasts, because somebody else has some stuff missing.
Okay.
So I was just about to persuade Knox that we should go see Brennan about perhaps getting some city funding to keep trade going, a la opening Alvarez's trade routes again and finding Shipwright Girdington's 38 missing employees.
38.
He is missing 38 employees that were on their way to Thay, and by all accounts, they never got to the ship that was going to take them there.
Wow. Okay. Well, since I am extremely hungover, I'm gonna follow your lead for now. What do you think? What should we do?
I will ask Nox what she thinks, because that's kind of where we were right before you sat down. Having related
Okay.
all this to her at that time.
I don't care.
Okay.
We can do whichever.
I think you wanted to stop at the bank first.
Oh no.
Because we were going to go talk to... We need to go talk to Brennan, because I think that the city should fund its own economy, and... yeah.
We need more jobs.
Yeah.
Make Darren great again.
I mean,
I guess let's go talk to Brennan.
okay. Did you want to go to the bank first?
Well, I don't know if I should leave my money if we're gonna be leaving to do stuff.
I mean, it's always
So
a possibility
as
we
you guys are
won't be
discussing
coming back.
this, you hear a commotion outside. You
Ooh,
hear a lot of
commotion.
people saying, "He's back! I can't believe he's back! Go get everybody!" And a lot of people from the tavern actually run out.
Okay, I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
There appears to be a huge commotion as you all leave. Mordos, you take 2d20 psychic damage as your hangover hurts really bad. That's a humor joke.
Okay.
Don't take 2d20 damage. That's just
Can
your
you roll
hangover hurts.
2d20
Roll
just to
like
see what it would
Yeah,
have
I'm
been?
gonna roll it anyways
Yeah,
because you did this.
yeah, no, I did. 17.
Whoa.
You're taking 17 damage to your brain.
All my hit points, I'm dead.
And now you're dead. So, as you all rush out, you see there's a huge crowd sort of encroaching on the gate. And there appears to be one man sort of walking in, stumbling along. As you all sort of get closer, the crowd sort of lets you through, and you can see that it actually is Narwhal. It's Captain Narwhal.
Oh.
And he looks fucked up. He has several cuts on his face. He actually has an arrow currently in his back. He looks to be assaulted, and you know that he was supposed to be coming back with a platoon of men.
Oh my god.
He is sort of walking along with a crippled leg, keeping himself up with his greatsword, using it as a crutch, and he falls to the ground.
Oh shit.
Blood
I'm gonna-
still
Like, apart from the crowd, or are we still, like, in
you
among the
guys are
crowd?
sort of up to
Okay.
his front now. He falls and he reaches out to one of you, almost like he can't see in front of him. He says, "Get Brennan," and he passes out.
Okay.
Can I reach into my little bag and just start typing in Brendan's number on my stone?
You
You're texting
it's
Brennan
one way.
Edison and stuff?
It's one way. You basically hold it up to your mouth, speak a command word, and it'll get directly to him.
Okay. Really quick,
Yeah.
Narwhal was the racist.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
the racist one.
Despite that, I want to do a medicine check or something. I want to kind of
Sure.
stabilize him.
Okay.
You know.
You're a better person
do.
than I am.
With that 25, you're able to stabilize him fairly well. You definitely take a look at his injuries. You can see that he's got several stab wounds, some singeing on his right arm, where it looks to be maybe he was blocking a spell of some distinct, or maybe a torch. You can see that the arrow in his back was from maybe about 30 feet away when it impacted, dealing a lot of damage to him. Something that you assume came from a composite longbow, dealing a lot of force. The attack on him appears to be very calculated.
Okay. Is he awake or is he passed
No,
out?
he's still unconscious. He's not
Okay.
bleeding out anymore. You're able to sort of patch him up to the point where he's not going to bleed out, but he's still unconscious from exhaustion.
Okay.
But he's not going to die.
No, he's not in threat of dying right now.
Okay.
And you are able to actually pull the arrow out safely with that medicine check as well. You could definitely tell that the arrowhead is made of silver, and it's very ornately carved,
Okay.
almost like it was intended for him.
Judging by these wounds and how severe they are, I'm surprised he even made it here. So whatever happened to him happened nearby. I'm telling that to my party, by the way.
I'm gonna
Okay.
pull out my stone.
Your stone of sending.
Your eye stone.
Your eye
My
stone?
stone.
Nice.
Be like, Brennan, there's a situation down here. Where are we?
You
Dagger
were
Ruin.
at the gates of the what district is it? The Dragon or is it the market that Dragon
It's
Brew is
the
on? I forget.
dragon.
The Merchant District. The Dagger
Okay.
Brew Inn is on the same square as Brennan's office.
Okay,
isn't it?
then yeah, it's the Merchant District.
Okay.
Brennan, there's a situation that requires your attention at the Merchants District.
You hear responses, "I'm on it," and the line goes dead. A few minutes later, you see him come out in his full armor,
I'm-
expecting like actual trouble, like something actually is happening.
Okay.
You're saying, Roman?
I would like to ask Mordos for the arrow. Did you just throw it away, or
No, it's just
you're
right
holding
here.
onto it?
Here, yeah, I gave it to
Can
you.
I see that? Can
Here you
I
are.
see if there's anything special or magical about
History.
History.
History will tell you if you know what land it comes from.
Okay.
Arcana will tell you if it's going to be magical or not.
I want to do both of those things.
I will let you do
Would
one
I
of those
be-
things before I say something.
Would I
Before
be
we
able to do
continue.
any kind of check because it
Same
came from a
ones.
bow?
History or Arcana?
Okay. I will buddy up and just kind of look at it.
Which
really
one are you
close.
doing?
I'm gonna do Arcana because that was my first thing. I
Okay.
wanted to see if it was magical.
I did history.
Okay. Roman has no idea if it's magical or not. You
Okay.
assume that it's not because it's not emanating anything right now. Nox, you do know that this is an arrow. Just by its make, you can tell that it's probably meant for a particular person. Like it's almost ceremonious in the way it's used. You don't exactly know what culture it comes from per se, but you do know that it's more of a southern wood.
I'm going to ask Nox when she says that it's made for someone. Is it made for a specific person or meant to hurt a specific person?
It's meant to injure a particular person.
Okay.
Someone had it in for him. I'm not
As
surprised.
Brennan sort of runs up, what's wrong? Oh my gods! As he just looks down at Narwhal, we have to get him to a cleric immediately. He
Agreed.
picks him up and sort of carries him.
He's able to carry him?
Yeah, Brennan's a strong
his
dude.
big muscle.
Okay, I didn't know.
I want to, as we're moving, I want to tell Brennan like this attack happened nearby. His wounds are so great that he wouldn't be able to survive otherwise.
I'm
Follow
also
me.
going to let him know that this was specifically meant. The arrows, everything I know about the arrow.
He says, "Follow me. We need to go directly to the magistrate with this."
Okay.
Do I still have that arrow, or do we still have that arrow?
Yes, you
We
guys
still
still
have
have it. You did
Okay.
not give it over to Brennan.
I walking along behind the group because I'm really not particularly concerned about Narwhal's well-being. But this, for some reason, this arrow really is just kind of, like really grabbing my attention, and I really want to know everything about it. So
Okay.
I'm going to hold it close, close my eyes, and concentrate very quietly to myself. I'm going to sing, "Who are you? Who?" and cast Identify.
You can definitely tell that. Let's see, what do you learn from this? You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting the spell. You do know that it's magically imbued. You know that it is a Heartseeker arrow, meaning that
Okay.
it is, in this case, this Heartseeker arrow is inscribed with runes that sort of depict who it's meant for, and it's
Okay.
fired up in the air and it seeks its target. You can read from these runes that it
Those
was
arrows.
in fact meant for Captain Narwhal. God damn it, Ted. It does not require attunement. It has 0 charges. You can definitely tell that it has the True Strike spell on it.
Okay. What can I determine what its range was? Like, can you fire from like anywhere in the world and it will
Yes.
hit its target?
Yes.
So it could have been fired from the opposite side of the globe
Yes.
and found Narwhal.
Yes. You can definitely tell that a lot
Okay.
of magic was funneled into this.
Yeah,
just
that's a lot
just to
for
make
one
it hit its
arrow.
target.
Okay. And would this magic have to have been like imbued into the arrow, like when it was made, or is it
Yes.
something that can be done like pull it out, cast all these spells, and then
You could
fire?
definitely know that the arrow itself is ornate enough that it no longer has to be created when the spell is cast. Instead, it act almost like a buff.
Okay. So, like,
as
person
if-
could draw it, knock, and
and say a
that's
command
when
word.
the magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
And what
you-
was the name of this thing again? Sorry.
The Heartseeker arrow. All of its magic is now faded. You can only get that from the runes that are currently on it and the small remnants of the magic that's still in it.
Okay. I would like to. Well, yeah. I'll just keep going along with the group. I'm just gonna kind of follow because, like I said, I don't really care about Narwhal.
Sure. He leads you all to the magistrate. You guys have never actually entered this building before. It seems less like a giant ivory tower, like the judges were in, and more of like an office building, because the magistrates can come and go as they please. He leads you in, and
Is Jensen here?
you don't know yet because you're not in that room.
Okay, fine.
You're led through a series of hallways as Narwhal is still dripping little bits of blood off of his armor, staining these immaculate carpets. You can definitely tell that there's a lot of work put into this building. There are arcane sigils along each of the door frames, seeming like it's a lock of some script. You can tell that the security in this place is very high, and the fact that Brennan's running through here, you can tell that he is probably the only person who can do this, and no one's gonna ask any questions. Then you get to these gigantic ebony wood doors, where there are depictions of dragons sort of curling up around each other, and a giant staff in the center in this crevice of the door. And he kicks this door open with all his force, and it creaks open. And you can see that the magisters are all sitting in their respective seats. Each has a different symbol in front of them, depicting their school of magic.
Oh, this is just the. Okay.
It's just the magic. This is basically where they work.
Okay.
You notice that there is a human, a dragonborn, a gnome, a half-orc, an elf, and a very familiar human.
Ah, Jensen.
Jensen is sitting directly in the center with his. You haven't seen him in his cloak, in his actual robes before. It's very fine silks, and on to his side you can see that he has a very ornate staff that has a hand with what looks to be a globe on the top of it.
Just gonna be like, Jensen, you clean up well. I'm just kind of wink
You
at
are
him.
actually stopped.
Oh, okay.
You notice that when you move your mouth, you can't speak. No words come out.
And I'm gonna laugh at her, and it's just gonna be silent.
It's completely silent. Make Arcana checks, those of you who can cast spells. 8,
My Arcana
9,
sucks.
6. Yeah, none of you know what's happening. You're all kind of freaking out at this point. Brennan does a gesture over his mouth. What you can assume is some sort of I don't know, some kind of like unlocking mechanism for magic. And he says, "Sires, I do apologize. It's I'm sorry, but it's Captain Arndal. He's been critically wounded. We need your magics." And then the half-orc Karak, who you saw incinerate a whole group of people for being conspirators, Franks, grabs his staff and walks down. He says, "Let me look at him." He eyes him over. Let's see. He hands his staff over to Mordos just to hold it. He doesn't even talk to you. He just hands it over to you.
I'm just gonna like hold it like
Mordos hold a stick.
dynamite.
I need you to go and make a will save.
Oh no.
Why you do this, Dad?
What? You're already hungover.
What does that translate to for 5th edition?
Will save?
I'm sorry, wisdom save. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, yeah.
That's a check.
You are stupefied.
No, wait, that's a check. There's a
Oh yeah,
save.
say
Okay,
15.
there
Okay,
we go.
cool. Yeah, you're not
15.
stupefied. You definitely feel this staff's magic sort of coursing through your entire body. The veins in your hands begin to glow a bright white, permeating through your skin. You can start to feel this magic coursing through you, but your body's able to sort of keep it back. You definitely tell that were you not as wise as you are, you would become paralyzed by the raw magic being forced through the staff.
Morty's so wise.
You can definitely tell that Karak now bends down and kneels in front of Narwhal, pulls out a small book, flips through it and reads and says a small incantation, and motions over his body a couple of times. This takes about 5 minutes before you can notice all the wounds on his body are starting to heal. He is poisoned, but he will live. Closes the book, puts it back in his cloak. Merely motions to the staff, and it returns to his hand. It just thrusts itself out of whatever grip you were holding, Ted.
Do they have to save him?
What kind of poison is this?
None that we've seen. But
Oh, we can talk now?
You can tell that you're all able to talk. It was just more like, when you guys kicked the door in, they were like, okay, silence. Because this is, you
Like
can
the
definitely
Little
tell that
Mermaid.
if someone were to break in, the first thing they would do is silence them in case they're mages.
I can't do a trinket?
No.
Okay.
However, you can tell that Narwhal is starting to come to, and Jansen lifts his hand up in almost a summoning motion, and Narwhal's body is pushed up from the earth into a stone chair.
I will present the arrow to... What was his... Karok?
Karak, yes.
Karok. I'll present that to him and say, could this have something to do with it? The poison?
Perhaps. We will need time to investigate. Thank you for this.
But
And he takes it and he goes back to his seat.
What do you think was gonna
And
happen?
they start passing it between each of them. And they start examining it, and it's just dead silent in the room. As they're all looking it over, and they pass it to the next person, and then to the next person.
Okay.
What is it?
Gotta look and pass it on. The
Oh,
arrow.
I will... I haven't explained. I will quickly explain to Mordos and Nox quietly, so the magistrates can do their work, what the arrow is.
You guys can also tell that you notice, after all this commotion, that Brennan is still kneeling.
Beside Narwhal.
As Narwhal is sitting in this chair, kind of slumped over, Narwhal is still kneeling, facing all the magisters.
Why is he kneeling?
Should we be kneeling as well?
Should we be doing things?
I'm like gingerly
don't know.
kneeling as well. Gingerly.
Should we like?
I'm gonna... Is like Brennan like intent on something in particular, or is he just kind of waiting?
He's kneeling almost as if he's paying respect.
I'm gonna look at Jensen and be like,
Jansen looks entirely serious. This is
Like, no, I'm just gonna
nothing
be
you've
like-
ever seen before.
this is serious. guys.
Roman, you know that this is exactly how Jansen gets when he means when he's trying
Yeah.
to do work.
Oh yeah, I assume he's business while
Yeah.
at the office.
Yeah.
I'll just...
Roman Talstag! This is Jansen speaking.
Jensen.
You bring to us an arrow
Yes, Magister.
that has potentially fatally wounded this captain. What information do you bring?
I can provide no further information than I'm sure you are able to determine in your own wisdom.
I'm
Magister.
gonna.
I mean, I'll explain what it is, but that's all I know.
Very well.
I want to just like after you're done speaking, I just want to say, I examined his wounds closely, and they look like they happened nearby. Judging by how severe they were, he would not have survived long with these wounds. So something happened nearby or right outside the city.
I see.
This arrow is intended just for him.
Yes, we deduced as much. Jaren, what do you find? And you see the gnome you guys have met previously, who helped with the scrying during the murder mystery, is now looking it over. I don't want to alarm you, but I believe it comes from the Fae.
The Fae?
The Fae. The Fae and wizards.
The Fae.
The people
However,
Home of the Red Wizards.
They're not known for their archers, which is alarming.
but they are known for their magic, which
Yes.
clearly this is full of.
Anyone who's
Well-
apt at magics could create this.
Oh, yes, I'm just saying that this is clearly full of magic, not necessarily their magic.
I wouldn't say full, more faded. Apparently, once it's hit its target, our poor captain here, he absorbed most of the magics that were in it.
But a great deal of effort was put into crafting it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Of course.
If
of
Mordos
course.
hadn't healed him, would he have died?
More than likely.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Master Tiefling, we do thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Of course I do it.
Yeah, Morty always does the right thing.
Is Narwhal conscious at this point?
He's sort of rousing.
Okay.
Master Karok, can you wake him? Of course. He just waves his hand, and you can see Narwhal just shake alive, almost like a spirit is being pulled from him.
Clear.
Where am I?
Not dead.
The place of the magisters.
He immediately looks down, and he says, I mustn't look at it. Sires, I bring news from the Isles. My men were slain. We believe it to be the cult. And silence, again, takes over the entire room. Let me actually change this music real quick, because the sound is not exactly what we want. This one?
I knew it was the cult. I knew it.
Hey, there we go. Spooky. They assaulted us in the at the shores. They burned my men alive, flayed them, rose them. I barely got out with my life. That's when the arrow hit me. I had to walk the rest of the way. They killed my horse.
Judging by the arrow that was used against you, it was determined that it was specifically made for you.
It was an ambush.
That just doesn't seem. That seems like a planned attack if they used planned weapons. I feel like someone knew that you were there, that you were going there.
Our position was revealed by someone. We're not sure whom. At this point, Jansen comes down from his pedestal, and he looks him over. He goes, "I see. I feel like we have some more worrying to do about this cult."
Magisters, if I may speak, you say that this arrow has traces of the Fae within it and make you think it came from there. Is it possible that the Fae have either been infiltrated by this cult or possibly have constructed this cult as some kind of distraction? You're aware of the Warforged who is going about the city investigating its defenses.
The Dragonborn speaks at this point. "We are aware of the bulwark. We are not concerned. He is merely here for observation."
But he openly states he is from the Fae, and here you have evidence that the Fae have either attacked or provided weapons to those who did, your own soldiers.
We have no issues with the Thaans, nor do I believe they are at fault. Jansen peers back over his shoulder, and he moves a finger up, and you could tell that the Dragonborn then quiets himself from ranting and raving at you. "Do not speak ill will towards Roman."
Nice.
I'll suppress a grin because I do understand the gravity of the situation. I mean no disrespect, Magister.
Roman, quiet.
Simply
Quiet. And he walks closer to Narwhal, and he puts his ear up to his mouth. "What are you saying?" And then you hear Narwhal just repeating himself over and over and over again.
What's he saying?
Jansen turns back to Kark. "Karok, are you sure you're..." And then he stops mid-sentence as a blackened ethereal blade pierces his chest.
This
as it
Jensen?
pierces Jansen's chest, breaching his entire body. As the blade comes back out, you notice it comes from the hand of Narwhal, who then arises from his seat, almost levitating, and says, "Blood be blood. Sand be sand. The death is all I need." And he begins to change his shape. He's no longer Narwhal, from what you what you can clearly see. He is a humanoid wearing blackened robes with an insignia draped around his neck in a medallion, a hand holding an eye. You can you know this as a cultist of Vecna.
So it's not Narwhal. It was just Narwhal. It was someone disguised as him?
You can assume as much.
Okay.
Once he changes his shape, you can then see tears running down Brennan's face as he runs up to him and begins to choke the life out of him. The magistrate, using some arcane force, separate the two, throwing Brennan to one side and throwing this assailant to another, pinning this man against the wall. "Lock the doors, everyone!" The doors immediately shut behind you, and a blue veil drapes over it.
I would like to cast Hold Person on this cultist.
You can tell that he is already being held. He's now
Can
up
I-
against the wall.
Okay, then I'll save the spell slot.
I want to run to Jensen's body.
You can tell that there is a blackened hole where his heart used to be, and it's now beginning to erode. And you can definitely tell that he's trying to mummer some words.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. Oh my god, I can't believe it!
As you move your ear closer to his mouth, the only things you can hear is, "I'm sorry, Magdalene." And he dies.
No!
This assailant, now pushed up against the wall, you can tell is being held by the other human, who is a female, who is fairly old. You can tell that she's probably in her 50s or 60s, holding this person up, and you can see her entire focus is there. And the elf grabs a stone of sending and speaks into it. "Alert the guards. The Archmagister is dead."
I've been waiting because of narrative, but as soon as Jensen is stabbed and Brennan tries to choke this guy, I did try to Hold Person. It was already happening.
Yeah.
I am going to run to Jensen, and knowing that it is beyond my capabilities of saving him, I'm just going to start railing at the Magisters. "Isn't there a cleric among you? Can you not do anything?"
You can see that their focus is all on this assailant. When Brennan comes back to his senses, he just merely walks up to it, and for the first time, you see him draw a blade. It's a small knife, and he just, as somber as he can, drives it into the throat of this assailant. And you all hear him say, "I hope you burn." And as he pulls it out, the body slumps to the ground, dead instantly. The Magisters tell you, "You must leave this place. We have to isolate the entire city now. Brennan, take them to your quarters." The door veil then dissipates, and you are led out in a rush by the other Magisters as they go up to Jansen and immediately try to staunch whatever magic was had pierced him. A few moments later, you can see that the city is in a widespread panic. That there are several people screaming and running around, and there are several gates now being shut. Brennan leads you back into his office, where he locks the door, and you notice there are no guards outside. They're too busy corralling people into their homes, trying to make sure the situation's taken care of. And Brennan just sits at his desk and slumps.
I'm gonna walk up to him and make sure he's okay.
You can definitely tell that he doesn't talk. So what do you do to try and comfort him?
I'm just gonna sit beside him. I'm not gonna say anything. I mean, there's nothing that I can't say.
He just he kind of just doesn't really notice you. You can tell he's sort of absorbed in what happened. He kind of looks to Roman, who I assume is still in front of him.
Yes, I'm
The other night,
waiting.
Jansen told me that he wipes tears from his eyes, that the cult, he found them.
He found.
Where are they?
They're at Sarah's temple. It's in the Southlands. It's 3 months from here. I'm
we know
going to
where
go
we have to
after
go.
them myself.
The city needs you more than
No.
without him. I mean, they can resurrect him, right?
No. They can't. And he pulls out a piece of parchment and he hands it to you. This is what Jansen left me this morning.
I'll open it up and read it.
You can definitely tell it's written in Draconic. Do you speak
Okay.
that?
I don't, but I have comprehend languages.
Okay. So
Which I will. Yeah, I'll just do it as a ritual. It only. Oh no, I will. If I do it as a ritual, how long does it take? It doesn't say.
it takes a couple minutes to cast it, but yeah, I'll let you
Okay.
give it. I'll let you take this one.
Okay.
So you cast that spell and you read it, and it says, "Brennan, I'm sorry, but I realize what's going to happen now. Your friends brought me a missive saying that Magistrate Cull is going to die, and you and I both know what that means. There's no coming back from this, and I'm sorry." And then something strange at the bottom. It reads, "Draw Magdalena. Draw Magdalene. Find them. Destroy them." And it's signed Jansen Cull.
He knew.
Is Jansen?
I'm gonna hold
his
it out to
father?
Brandon. I don't understand. Explain. I'm at
Magistrate
this point.
Jansen
Go-
isn't his name. It's Unlorious Cull.
Is that your father?
Jansen was my father.
I'm so sorry. Your friend and your father.
How
I'm
long
sure
have you
all-
known?
I've always known.
Then why didn't you tell me?
We have
Did you
our,
not trust me?
We have our reasons. And he pulls a bottle out of his desk and he starts to drink it straight. I'm sure you have a plethora of questions. Just
not
know
right now.
that when I reach my resolve, I'm leaving towards the southern temple of Ceres. And if you'd like, I'd like for you all to join me.
Of course.
Should you be
Without you,
leaving
the
now?
city will fall apart. Without him,
If they
he
can
was one of
infiltrate
the only
us-
things holding the city together.
If they can infiltrate us, that means the cult already knows how to
Clearly,
take us. We must defeat the serpent at its head.
So you're definitely going after these people.
There's no doubt about it.
I'm going with you. When was the last time you left the city?
14 years ago.
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
He then pulls a sword down from behind his desk that you notice he's always hung up, which you assume to be some sort of ornament. He grabs the sword and he puts it on his hilt. I need to wash my face and get a clear head. If you have any questions, now is your time to ask. We'll be leaving momentarily. And he just steps back and he goes to a small little room behind his office, and you can see it's just his little washroom where he starts splashing water on his face and washing.
I'm gonna go up to him and ask him if he needs anything from his place.
No. I have everything I need here. Thank you, though. I appreciate that.
I have a million questions, and I don't know which one to ask first, so we'll just have to talk on the journey.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to answer questions right now.
No.
Please, ask away.
I still think that this cult is more than just a cult. But that's not the point right now. We need to go find the person who killed your father.
Yes, I completely agree.
Did I manage to grab the arrow before we left?
No.
Okay.
Brennan, do you want to make arrangements for him?
The magistrate will do that. They have their own plans.
Don't you want to be here for that?
No.
Are you sure? I know what it's like.
I don't doubt that. However, with the magistrate, there's a particular process that needs to be followed, especially in our circumstances. He begins to go into the back room now, and you can see he's putting on a separate set of armor. One you haven't seen before, Roman. You notice that he's now taking off his guard's uniform, which is a little bit of like light, heavier armor. You can see in the back there is a mannequin of sorts holding what appears to be lighter armor that has very simple sort of carvings and indentations on it. You can tell that this is something that he doesn't like hiding, or he doesn't like showing off. As he's getting it back on, you can tell that he's a lot more stern. Is there anything that you wish to know before we travel forward? I need you all to have clear heads.
Where are we going?
Wait, what did we see that I missed that?
He's now taking off his guard's uniform, which is a heavier plate armor, and putting on what appears to be a personalized set of armor just for him.
Okay. Anything remarkable or anything of note?
You can see that it is a mix of leather, and it has silver attached to it.
So it's like studded leather?
Imagine studded leather, but more plates of armor to it.
Scale. Okay, whatever.
Is Barry with me?
I see what you're saying, yeah. Where are we going?
We're going to the Ceres Temple.
How are we getting there?
I'll take you there.
You said it was months away.
Don't worry about that. Now then.
Perhaps we could craft something to get us there faster.
That's no need. I understand that you needed to have an item procured from the magistrate.
That's... I really want to say that's not important right now.
We have time. I still need to prepare.
Okay.
As he's telling you this, you hear a loud, almost like a cannon shot. All of you feel a sudden burst of energy through you, as if someone had just supercharged your arcane energies.
Ooh.
You regain all spell slots, and you will all now have advantage on any roll with transmutation magic. You can see Brennan breathe deep.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I know what that means?
You don't need to, because Brennan's about to tell you.
Okay, cool. Because I know what that means.
Okay, so I'm assuming that we've gathered everything that we need, correct? I have Barry with me.
Barry is with you, yeah.
All of my possessions other than my ship are in my bag.
Everything you need to do combat is with you. That's them giving him ascending. As you may not know, all the magic in Theron is funneled through the magistrate. When one passes, there is no... there's nothing to hold it back. So Brennan's magic is now free-flowing through the world. Not Brennan, my father. Sorry. That was dumb. Do you need to do anything else in town? I need to prepare the circle.
Teleportation circle?
Yes.
You need help?
No.
Let's go
I thought you
and...
didn't have any magic.
There are other things I may have not been so truthful about, Roman.
I will just look at Nox very pointedly right now.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I am going to go and back to the inn because he said that we have time. I'm going to go back to the inn and start getting into my combat gear and maybe pick some supplies up before we go.
Okay. You guys can definitely go and pick up your magic item as well. Do you guys want to do that while he plays?
Oh yeah, the other magic item.
Okay, side note, what did we decide?
Yeah, pause on time for a second. I'm okay with the magic carpet still. That's fine.
I thought we were going with a couch.
Yeah.
What's like the biggest, baddest couch we can get?
You can't get a couch.
Why?
You can get an equivalent magic carpet.
I would like to request the largest size magic carpet that exists, which is 6 feet by 9 feet and can carry 800 pounds with a speed of 30 feet.
Wow, how do you know that?
Because I looked it up, because I was trying to figure out what we were going to do.
Okay. You know that the best you can do is get an extra large magic carpet, which can only house about 600 pounds. Travels about 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
Well, like I said before, you guys can... That'd be fast, because I can ride Barry. I'm assuming Barry, that's okay
Yes.
with Barry.
Is such a thing resistant or immune to mundane things such as fire
Well,
or
we
anything
don't have
like
to
that?
ride it into battle. I
Fire,
mean, we
no.
can just...
Okay.
You could definitely tell that you would not carry this into battle.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
just
just a
questioning
means
its use. Oh, well, that's fine. I think that's a good idea because it's something that, as long as we can all fit on it and it actually works, I think that's fine.
How much does everybody weigh? And I can tell you if you'll all fit on it.
I weigh, let's see here, 125.
Okay. And then Roman weighs what, like
175.
okay. So you guys are already past your halfway threshold. And Barry weighs
Barry's-
400 pounds.
Yeah, Barry's not.
I'm pretty light.
Yeah. You're like 140 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm 140.
You're live. And short,
You're a
if I
monkey.
recall.
Yeah. I'm pretty scrawny though. Anyways. So, magic carpet.
You guys can magic carpet, you guys can do whatever you want.
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I think that would help
Okay.
us the most.
You
Yeah,
guys can definitely know that you
the biggest, baddest magic carpet.
when you know what item you want, you can definitely just sort of say it, and Brennan will have it delivered immediately.
Okay, then yeah, I think that's what we'll do. The largest magic carpet we can get.
What about like the largest fire retardant blanket? Nah, never mind. Just so we don't get fireballed, like we talked about. Magic carpet. That's fine.
Okay. So let me go ahead and do that. So I want you guys to go ahead and add in a large magic carpet.
Will that go into my bag of holding?
It does actually, because it sort of squeezes in all together.
That actually is a good technical question I've been meaning to ask. I keep forgetting. Do items have to be able to physically fit through the mouth of the bag?
Yeah,
The
magic carpet's about maybe like that thick. It's not that large. If you roll it up, it's only like 10 by 6.
Well, yeah, but I meant like, could I take like, let's say a 30-pound rock that's this big?
It won't fit.
It won't like shrink to fit.
No, you got to be able to squeeze through the mouth.
Okay, that's fine. I just didn't know. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second here. Shit, I gotta log my other account. So you actually get that. It's delivered to there while Brennan is still prepping the teleportation circle.
It's fitting because if I have done my studies correctly, main character, it's fitting. If I have done my studies correctly, flying carpet, the flying charm is. I feel like.
Sorry, what? You cut out.
The flying charm that's on the flying carpet is transmutation magic, and so that would. I think Jensen would find that funny.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are all now sort of wrestling about with this flying carpet as Brennan finishes up the teleportation circle. Was there anything else you guys wanted to ask him while you were waiting? Because it takes him a good long time to get this all fixed.
Do you have any idea where to find song seed? And I don't mean growing. I mean someone selling it, someone stockpiling it.
No, I don't. Is that really what you want to ask me right now?
Yeah.
Holy shit. What about you, Roman? Or Nox, for that matter?
What happened?
I don't. I honestly, like, Roman is very emotionally shaken up right now because as much as he didn't want to admit it, he'd gotten really close to Jensen. Yeah. And Brennan, so he's feeling a little bit betrayed by not being trusted by them.
Well, now's your chance to ask any question. He, like he mentioned, he wants you to be in a clear mind and not have any like withdrawals.
Mm-hmm. I still don't understand why you didn't tell me. Why you didn't trust me?
He's still carving things into the stonework in the back room. Listen. There are many things that I couldn't have told anyone, not even my closest of friends, of which I like to think you are.
I am. I don't understand. I can keep a secret. You know that.
This is the kind of secret that only 2 people knew as of yesterday. It's not a matter of trust, it's a matter of I can't. But now that the passing has happened, now that my father has passed, we can talk about it.
What did I miss?
He's just filling.
He's encouraging us to ask him more questions.
My name is Brennan Kuhl. I am from a downtrodden village to the west. When I was a young boy, my village was assaulted by marauders. As a last-ditch effort, my father decided to take us away to a big city, a metropolis, where we could be free.
Here.
Unfortunately, they caught up with us. While I've told you that I never had any type of magical prowess, he pulls his hand up and you can see flame just become created, just appear. That clearly was a lie.
How did I not notice? Like,
I've spent my life hiding my art in fear that they would find us again, find me and my father. Now,
So you're a sorcerer?
No. No. My father had locked away my abilities until a certain point, where he has me speak a command word, of which he never told me what it was. But that would open up my abilities. And as he squeezes his hand, the flame just extinguishes. To help siphon off my abilities, I needed an outlet. It's not the most happiest of magic, but my father, in agreement with my mother, took her life to help hide us. This sword, her name is Magdalene. My mother's soul is in this blade.
What?
Willingly?
Yes. As long as the blade is in its sheath, no harm can befall me. At least not the fatal kind.
That explains a lot.
I missed a step. What?
Brennan is super magic, and
He's hella magic.
Yeah, and he can't really control it all because his father locked away most of it from him. Think Dark Phoenix and Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Of course I would.
The sword contains the soul of Brennan's mother, which protected and hid both Jansen and him from people who were hunting them, which at this point I'm assuming is why their old village was burned down.
Of course I would like somebody that's...
Has this tragic of a turn? Yeah.
Not a bit of baggage.
The Cold bloodline aren't from Theron.
Is that why your father said, "I'm sorry, Magdalene"?
Yes. His duty was to protect me. To never let my magic see the light of day.
So why can you
If
use
I
it
know
now?
anything,
He
is
never
that
told
you
you
can...
the command word.
The text at the bottom of the missive.
Draw Magdalene, something or other.
Yes.
I didn't write the rest of it down.
That's the command phrase.
Oh. So you just got your magic yesterday?
Yes. But it's like it never left.
So okay.
Now...
So your magic is inborn?
Yes. The Cold bloodline is not from Theron.
Where is it from?
We're Thayan.
Okay.
Did I just go on a date with a weird person?
I was told as a child that my parents left Thay to have a better life. There was no ill will there. The one concern was that they'd be tracked, and we were never tracked. We believe it was the cult that hired these marauders many a moon ago. And now it seems that the cycle has once again repeated itself.
So this is all about you?
I really hope not. If it were my way, I would leave my father alive and give my life.
Well,
so they investigating the city and this cult showing up at about the same time. You don't think there's some kind of coincidence there?
I don't think it's a coincidence.
Do you think that the cult may have infiltrated the Thay and are using them?
No. I believe that they are doing a checkup, ensuring that this bloodline is still solid.
I am so confused.
Okay,
right
can
now.
I do another history check on the Thay?
Sure.
Because I still get the feeling they're villains, and I feel like everybody's telling me they're not.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm confused. I think Roman's confusing me.
What can I answer for you, Nox?
Yeah, please, because I think I'm confused too.
You confused me, Roman.
Okay, so he basically tells you that when he was a kid, his village was assaulted by marauders, which he believes to be they were hired by the cult. in order to protect him and his father, his mother made a pact with his father to basically take her life and seal her soul into a blade that will act as a jar of sorts to his power.
So, by his mother dying, that cut off his magical ability, so
His
it would not be
father
detected.
basically killed his mother, took
Yeah.
her soul, put it in a sword,
Uh-huh.
and that's where all of his magic is funneled into.
Okay.
The sword is what's holding his power in.
So now that he is back with the sword, he is fully magic?
Now that the command word is supposed to actually use the sword, he's got all his power back.
So the sword still has his mother's soul in it.
Yes.
But his magic is now fully in Brennan.
Yes. It's one and the same kind of thing.
Okay.
So if
He uses the
he
sword
were
as
to-
a conduit.
if he were no
Okay,
longer
okay.
to be in possession of the sword,
You could tell that his magic efficacy would be greatly reduced.
but he would still be able to use magic.
Yes, to an extent. It'd be like giving a newborn baby magic powers.
Oh
The sword is basically how he's controlling all of it.
And we think that the cult is after Brennan, the last surviving member of his family?
You can assume that the cult is now after the last of the Cull bloodline.
I sure know how to pick them.
Yes, you do.
And we're wondering if because the bloodline is from Thay, maybe that they are trying to protect them, although Roman thinks that they're somehow...
Brennan is basically trying to
Okay.
reassure you that the Thayans have nothing to do with this.
Okay.
That
Okay, it's the
Bulwark
cult.
is just there to check up to make sure that the bloodline that's still there is pure.
Roger.
Okay.
What
Is
do you
he
mean
thinks, anyway.
bloodline?
The Cull bloodline.
No, the Thayan bloodline.
Oh.
There's no cult
Is he
bloodline
like-
here.
Is he like a special Fae?
He's a Thay. Thay.
Oh,
They are a
confused.
group of wizards to the south.
Okay.
The ones on the island that sent the wooden robot.
Yeah, that.
Oh my god.
The very same.
So
This feels too... Okay, so...
it's supposed to be a
for-
lot of information for you to digest. So if
Yeah.
you're confused, it's fine.
I feel like Nox is gonna... This is gonna remind her too much of her brother.
It should.
It's, not something she was ready to face again.
But one of the better things about the situation is we have a choice. We can A, destroy the cult, or B, try and take them willingly. I'm more in it for A.
I am also with A.
I've been down this road, Mordos.
Evil is evil. And
You know what happened to me last time.
Could you keep it together this time?
I don't know.
And then
What are you talking about?
Brennan finishes donning his armor and completing the There's that one. Okay, that should work now. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Can you guys hear us now?
Yeah, they should really hear you.
Okay.
So he puts his hand on you, and you feel a rush of arcane energy just sort of flow through you, and you start to feel more calm. And you get an image in your head of his emotion right now, and you feel unbridled rage, and sort of flowing over that, you feel a sense of duty, of like, this needs to happen. It's similar to the feeling that you felt when you killed that political official. And the feeling that came after it is very reminiscent in your mind of like relief.
Okay, so I'm gonna feel all that and look at him straight in the eye. I know he's much taller than me, but
yeah, he's fairly tall.
Yeah, I'm only 5'3", so I'm gonna look up at him and be like, I know those emotions, and if I can spare you at all, what happened to me, I would.
I'm not doing this just for me.
Are you sure? Because that's what I said.
It's for all of these people. If we don't stop this entire cult, then they're not going to stop at my father. They're going to stop at every father. They're going to take down this magistrate. And I have a feeling that they're going to actually destroy Theron.
I'm going to tentatively reach out for his hand.
He will definitely grab it.
Okay.
Please trust me.
I trust you. It's not that. It's, you don't know what that kind of rage, what that leads to. It changes a person.
As you're sort of embracing him at this point, you feel another rush of energy come through you, and it's all calm. You can tell that where he was sort of on edge previously, he's now more relaxed. And he looks you dead in the eyes and he says, "This is what needs to happen."
I agree it's what needs to happen. I just want to warn you. You go down this path, the path that I've been on, you come out a very different person. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I just want to let you know that it will change you.
I have no doubt about that.
If this is the path you want to go down, I'm not going to stop you. I will aid you. I know what it means to lose family in this way. I will be there. I just want to warn you.
I thank you. Mordos,
I'm still standing like right in front of them, just like.
I understand if you do not wish to follow.
I am going with you. I am destroying the motherfuckers who killed Jansen. I will watch them burn to the ground.
When you say that, he just embraces you, and he gives you the biggest of hugs. You can definitely feel tears running down his face at this point. You can feel on the nape of your neck.
While he's hugging me, I will whisper, "But you still owe me 1,000 gold for that last job I did."
He laughs, and he lets you go. How about this? I'll pay you all when we get back.
Deal.
He then
because I am streaming tears at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to Morty and ask him, "Are you coming?"
I follow my friends anywhere.
Mordos, I appreciate that. I may not have known you long, but I have the greatest of respect for you.
I'm gonna look at Barry and be like, "Barry, do you want to do this?"
Oh, he's coming.
Barry looks angry. Like he's ready to fuck some people up.
I'm gonna lay my hand on Barry's head.
He looks ready. He's not like snarling or anything. He just looks like very determined. Like this is what needs to happen. And in that moment, you sort of get the feeling of red in his eyes.
And berries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like the color, but the person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what that means.
Mordos, you definitely recognize this look of determination. All too well.
Do I need to roll a check to see if my brother's somewhere in there? I don't know if he.
No, you can definitely tell that there's nothing like
Okay.
arcane about it. You just definitely tell that
Just
the Red's imprint is
yeah.
showing.
Okay. Gotcha.
So
I'm just gonna nod at Barry.
Barry just sort of nods back, and he starts like pawing at the ground near the circle, motioning that he's ready to go.
Well, I think Barry's ready to go.
I think we're ready.
It seems that way. He then puts his hand on the runic circle that he's created. Please step inside.
Roger.
Step
Stepping.
in.
You all step inside. He sort of like swings his body over, so he's now in the circle as well. He mutters an incantation, and he pushes down on the earth. And within a flash, you all feel like you're being transported. You blink, and the next thing you know is you're out in what appears to be some sort of mountain range. There's greenery all around you. The air smells different. It no longer smells like a city, but more like a forest almost. You appear in a tree line. You see various scorch marks around you where the teleportation thrust you into the earth. Onto the earth, not into.
We're at a very high elevation.
Yes.
And we're in
You
the forest.
immediately fall down, Roman.
I immediately stumble over somewhere, fall down, and puke.
Yeah.
And we're in the forest, right?
You are in a forest right now.
I'm very happy to be in the forest. It's been a while.
I take a big, deep breath of fresh air as it soothes my head.
Yeah.
Do I don't think I have any more of those potions that
instinctively Brennan grabs a small vial out of a pouch he has, and he hands it to you.
the little blue potions
Yep.
that he had made for me.
Enough for 12
Always
hours.
so thoughtful. Awesome.
Yeah, you're drunk.
Roman has never been at this high of an altitude.
No, I'm just teasing.
I know.
Okay, so immediately what I'm gonna do is perception.
Okay.
Go
ahead and take it over to the roll screen, which we now have.
Yay.
You're not Nox. You are that person. Divtel is very prepared for this.
No worries.
Hyper prepared.
You're
some would
fine.
say.
You're fine.
I'll roll in nature as well, just in case.
Look at
just to
that
see if
pretty.
I recognize the trees or plantation here, if it's from a region.
I'm gonna take my potion and kind of not do anything other than try not to just try to get my head to stop spinning because I'm not used to having so little oxygen.
Sure.
And Barry's gonna, I'm assuming, be on guard.
Yeah, Barry's immediately on guard. He's looking around. With your perception, you could definitely tell. You first thing you notice is there's an opening in the mountainside immediately in front of you, and there are two guards standing there. And appear to be light leathers with swords at their sides, no shields. Mordos, you can't find anything of use up here. Not really. Okay. You know, there's maybe some pine needles you could use to maybe make a salve of some kind, but nothing really viable for what you're looking for.
Okay.
Go ahead, Roman.
Do I recognize, like, are the guards wearing any kind of insignia or anything?
No, it's completely faceless.
But they're actual people,
They
right?
are people. They are humans. You could
I'm gonna
it's safe to assume that these are people trying to be incognito.
I'm gonna silently motion to the party that there are two guards up ahead.
When you motion, Brennan just gets up and starts walking towards them. He walks down this hill, and he greets them and he goes, "Lo, travelers, how are you all this fine day?" And they sort of start drawing those swords. He takes one hand and puts them on each of their faces, and they just drop to the ground. And he motions you all over.
I'm gonna walk up and be like, "Well, you're doing my job for me."
Okay.
Oh yeah, you.
I'm going to
do you
search.
need our help?
I'm going to search
Yes.
the bodies.
You find short swords, which are pretty standard make, and you find leathers that are fit for a man of pretty decent stature.
Are they of any higher quality than my own?
No,
Okay.
they're
So
pretty
I-
basic.
I don't find anything
You find maybe a
distinguishing.
couple of gold, like 2 or 3 gold on each of them. Nothing too great. If you try searching, Brennan's just going to keep walking forward. He tells you that there's really no time for that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow.
With all due respect, brother, you haven't left the city in 14 years. There is always time for this. I would like to search the bodies for any kind of papers, orders, anything that might tell us who
find
they are,
nothing.
where they're from.
Yeah,
Nothing?
that's what I was
I'm
doing.
gonna get you for free. That'd be a waste of time because you can tell that these guys were just literally supposed to wait outside and stop anyone from coming in.
Okay.
Stealth.
Sure. Cool. You're stealthed.
Just sneaking in the open with the rest of us.
Jesus. Fuck my eye, dude.
You can't see
What's going on?
You can't see me.
I mean,
Hurts.
I'm just gonna whisper
Where did
to
you
everybody.
go?
You can't see me.
You can't see me.
you have plus 13 to stealth.
Yeah, she's very good at stealth.
I'm very good.
So, Brennan looks over the door. Does anyone here have the ability to detect magic?
I
I mean, I
Ah.
can try.
I mean, I can do an Arcana check.
Do you have the
Or I
spell detect magic? Is what he's
Oh
asking.
not.
no.
Okay.
No.
Very well.
I have dispel magic. I don't have.
He draws his sword, and you can see that it's a very simple sword. It's cracked, and it's it's all scratched up and slashed up. You can tell that this is in fact a sword that looks old, like it hasn't. The battle it's seen is long since gone. Which
This is the magic sword that's holding his mother's soul.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he takes the blade and he taps it on the door or on this cliff face, and the door just sort of creaks open, and he whispers, "Thank you," and resheaths it. Come, we must away. And he walks in.
This guy's got some talents. Am I right, Nox?
I know, right? I'm just gonna look at her and be like, "Hey."
Yeah, I'm just stunned.
I'm not.
You
Feeling
guys
a
can
little
definitely
bit
tell
useless.
that whenever he draws this sword, a rush of magic flows through the entire area. That it's almost like this is his tether. That whenever it's used, bad things are generally going to happen to whoever's on the receiving end.
Okay.
Okay.
Roman is now going to begin to
We're
worry
gonna go
about what happens
forward.
when bad things happen to the people that aren't on the receiving end.
You were
This
saying,
guy's gonna
Nox?
kill me, isn't he? I'm assuming we're moving forward, right?
Yes. You're all sort of
Still
moving forward into this. It seems like a pretty straightaway pathway. There's no like secret passages that are sort of closed off. It looks to be like someone actually dug a way through this cliff face. All the sides of the rock are very roughly hewn together. Like someone was actually taking a pickaxe to this to try and make a thoroughfare.
So it does not appear to have been made by magic.
No, it looks like it was made by manual labor.
Okay.
You do see torches sort of lining the entire pathway, keeping it pretty brightly lit. You do actually hear mumbling coming from the next room over. You can hear people talking in common, saying, "Oh yeah, did you hear about so and so? Oh yeah, he's fucking died. What an asshole." And Brennan sort of stops you with a fist, definitely pulling back to his military training. He sort of kneels down. He says, 4 people. Sounds like humans, maybe elves. Prepare yourselves.
I don't think we're needed, guys.
He then draws his sword, and again you feel this rush of magic, and you hear the people down the hall go, "What was that? It was a breeze or something. I don't know, it just got really cold in here for some reason." And then Brennan, with his sword now drawn, motions you all to follow along. You can see that he's holding this broken longsword with 2 hands.
Okay.
And he walks in, and roll initiative.
He just walks in, dude. We're gonna die.
I have a feeling we're just gonna.
Aw.
Initiative is dexterity, right?
Yes.
I have a feeling we're just gonna stand here and watch him just
Right.
destroy people.
I don't think we're really needed.
Dice,
Yeah.
dice. Wow, okay.
Guys, my boyfriend's OP.
My God, you guys are dating already. What?
Okay, so first
I
gonna
mean,
be
they just had,
the bad
heartfelt
dudes.
conversation.
It's gonna
What?
be bad dudes, and they're gonna go ahead and charge Brennan, and they're each gonna go ahead and make attacks with their longswords.
Oh, I didn't roll. Oh, he goes with me. Never mind.
Miss,
Roman, what did you say?
miss.
I mean,
Okay.
I said you just had bonding moment. Like, if it was a TV show, you would be like engaged next week.
So
Yeah.
all four of them try and swing, and you see Brennan like blocking shots with his sword, dodging out of some of others, but then one of them takes his long sword that appears to have some type of magic on it, and he just thrusts it deep into Brennan's side, dealing a healthy bit of damage.
No, Brennan.
That's
As a reaction, could I have used cutting words? I was trying to.
oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I keep
okay.
cutting you off for that. Yeah, do your cutting words and I'll roll
Yeah.
the damage.
I just want. It's almost. It's not even so much like insulting toward the attacker. It's more like on your left.
Okay.
To warn Brennan so that maybe he can.
Okay, yeah, he's
bit.
definitely able to sort of glance the blow. It still cuts kind of deep, but you can definitely tell that it's just a scratch to him. That's gonna go and make it Nox's turn. You have 4 people.
Barry is going to. Oh goodness. Do I want to put him in here? Yeah. He's
Okay.
gonna swipe.
So
Fury
you
swipe?
should do first swipes. Okay, so you're just gonna attack one of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they fail that save, so they are restrained and they take 10 damage.
And I'm going to attack
Okay.
with both my blades and a sneak attack.
Okay, so that is actually going to all 3 of those are gonna hit because you get advantage on restrained targets. So I'm sorry, that's 2, not 3. So you do a total of 18. Wow, 30. Okay, on the same target.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Barry sort of has him pawed down, you just come over and do two quick little stabs in his chest, and he is down. He is out. He is dead.
I'm just
Guys-
gonna look at Brennan to be like, "You okay?"
Brennan just shakes, nods his head.
Okay.
It's his turn now, and he is gonna do some cool fucking shit. He is
Like
actually
what?
going to take his hand and point it at one of the other dudes, and he's going to cast Scorching Ray.
Holy
So
shit.
he actually does 3 beams.
Holy crap.
Jesus.
So he does a total of what's that? That's
17.
17 points of damage.
No, there's 10, 7,
9,
6, 23.
16 damage. 16 damage. He does not get advantage because the guy who's restrained is dead.
Oh, the 12 doesn't hit. Okay.
Yeah, 12 does not hit them. They have a little bit higher AC than that. But he dies that way. He doesn't die. Sorry, he takes that damage that way, and then Brennan turns to the other person and just grabs his face, and then he is going to do something that only people of his class can do, and that's cast a spell as a bonus action. And he's going to do Vampiric Touch.
Wow.
At a
Hashtag
3rd
power
level.
couple.
Oh, he rolled minimum damage. But he does hit, and he deals 9 necrotic damage to another
Can
individual.
I, seeing this, I know I'm breaking into initiative.
Sure. No, go for it.
Does this help me determine the source of his magic? Because he says he's not a sorcerer, so that means
Go
his
ahead and
magic doesn't
make
come from
a
bloodline.
Arcana check. You do not know what he is.
Okay.
You can definitely tell that he is some mixture of fighter and sorcerer.
Okay, because he said no when I said so he's a sorcerer.
He doesn't claim to be a sorcerer.
Oh, okay. But I was right the first time. Okay.
Okay, that is actually going to go ahead and make it your turn, Roman.
Oh, okay. Well, then
There's
in that
people
case-
left after us. Okay.
There's 2 people left, right?
Relax.
3. There are 3 people left. 2 of which are injured. One of which is full
Oh,
health.
Brennan didn't kill his
No,
target.
No, he injured them, but did not kill them.
Okay. I am going to... Oh, God. I am not prepared for this. I'm going to just take a couple swipes with my short swords at the person Brennan's fighting.
Okay, he's fighting two people actively right now. One person is a lot more injured than the other.
The one who is less injured.
Okay, so you're going to hit with one of those.
Okay.
Dealing 7 points of damage.
Wait, who hit you?
What?
No, Roman.
Oh, nobody.
Oh.
Yeah. Pay attention, fucking power couple.
I'm trying to fight alongside Brennan, not
All right.
nearly as effectively as Nox.
So are you done?
Yeah, that was action and bonus action. I can't do anything else.
Okay, Mordos.
Ah! And I am going to run into battle as well. And sorry, who's left? There's a guy that's
3
down.
people left still. There are 2 people that are equally injured and 1 person that is totally healthy.
Okay. I'm going to one of the sort of injured people.
Mhm.
I'm going to do 2 strikes on them with my quarterstaff.
Okay, you hit with 1.
Bleh. And then I'm going to use, flurry of blows.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Okay, you hit with both of those.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully to your staff hit, reducing their AC by 1.
Right.
So that is going to be another 18 damage.
Nice.
He is on his last legs.
Nice.
Were this a video game, you would not be able to see what's left in his health bar. And that's actually going to make it their turn again. And they're going to, this time, try and stab the shit out of Mordos. What is your AC,
All 3
buddy
of them?
boy?
What?
What's your AC?
18.
Okay. That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a hit. So you take 4 hits.
For one of those, can I use my arm guards of deflection?
They're not
maybe-
doing ranged.
It's not ranged.
Oh, then yes.
It's just a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, versus the attack.
It results in a miss.
Okay.
Here we go. But
Yeah, that's totally fine. So then 3 are going to
so
hit you.
2 attacks are gonna.
It was 4 before, now it's 3.
That's silly. Okay.
So we are going to be having you take the following damage. 14 on one. 11 on the next. And 13 on the last hit.
Can I also
much
use
damage?
Hellish Rebuke?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Cool, so they got to make a
Whoa.
dex saving throw. Which one are you targeting?
I think I'm going to target not the one I just attacked, but the other damaged one.
Okay, gotcha. So dex save of 14. They fail horribly.
Nice.
So they take 24. So when you go, fuck you, you burn in flame as he strikes you, and he is immediately incinerated. You did just enough damage to burn him alive.
Yeah.
There are now 2 people left, and it is going to be Nox's turn.
Okay.
There's
Barry's...
one guy who's almost dead, and there's
Barry's
one dude
gonna-
who's totally healthy. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. Barry's going to attack the guy that's almost dead if he's near him.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely hit him. And he hits, and he knocks him dead.
Yes.
He does a swipe
Barry.
and cleaves his jaw off.
Was that the guy that Brennan hit the first time in the
Yes.
first round?
Yes.
And I'm going to attack the healthier guy.
Okay. You will also get sneak attack on this one.
I'm going to high five Barry after that too.
Okay, your
'Cause-
first attack will miss. Your second attack will hit, doing 24 points of damage. Perfect. So now it's going to go and be Brennan's turn, and he is going to go ahead and make a strike with his weapon. And as he swings his weapon, you can hear him say that he's sorry.
Oh, he's still a good guy.
He hits 2 times, dealing, what is that? 8, that's 17, 22, 30 points of damage, killing the last target. As he swings, you can see both electricity and frost magic run through the blade, cleaving them and freezing this individual. And after it's freezed, he just pushes it over, and it shatters into seemingly a million pieces.
That was cool.
He then sheathes his sword again and says, we must keep going.
I'm going to be like bleeding pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that Mordos is okay. Are you okay?
I would love some healing if anyone has it. Otherwise, I can help myself.
Do I still have a healing potion?
If you haven't used it, then yes, you do.
Does Brennan have any of those magics though?
You could tell that he doesn't have any healing magic. However, he does have a healing potion on him, but it's his only one.
Okay.
I'll give.
If it's dire,
Mordos.
I can give this to you.
I'll give Mordos my last healing potion.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I have several. If
It's fine. I mean, we're sharing with him on the party. I'm just gonna throw it to him.
okay.
All right. What is that? 4D.
What is that?
Yeah. What is that?
What kind of healing potion is it?
It was a minor, I think, as the last one I had.
Okay, so it'll be 4d4 plus 4.
How many points do you need?
A lot. He took like 40 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Cool. You get 12 points back.
Okay. As we're walking, can I like still myself and use wholeness of body?
Of course. I think it's another 30, right?
That's another 30. Yeah. So basically, I'm full health again.
Nice. Okay. You guys are able to continue on pretty easily. You could tell that they were not expecting an assault. Go ahead and make stealth checks for me. As you guys
Those
try
are
and
my
creep
favorite.
along. Oh shit.
Those are my favorite.
Oh wait. I have that for him.
Does Barry have the stealth?
Barry will follow along suit with you.
Okay.
Brennan is not as stealthy, being a big man with big lumbering arms. But
And medium.
He had to have a flaw.
nobody detects him.
He's not chicken shit like the rest of us.
As you all sort of sneak past the following armed guards, you can tell that it's getting to an hour where they're starting to go to bed. So he's trying to be as quiet as he can. And at the end, you actually reach a stairwell that leads upwards, still hewn from stone. You could definitely see a look of determination in Brennan's eyes as he turns back to it and goes, "This is it. I can sense her. She's here."
Who? Since who?
Sorry.
Yes.
Well, the last time we thought we found her, she wasn't there. Are
Trust
you
me.
sure it's her this time?
I know.
Okay. Then let's do this. I will quietly
Okay.
draw my swords again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look over at Roman and be like, really?
They're not that. Okay, fine.
It
whatever.
sounds like wind, basically. It's not like a loud whistle. It
Yeah.
sounds like wind.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, really? trying to be
So
quiet here.
you all go up these stairs as quietly as you possibly can, using those same stealth rolls, which are really great, and you reach a doorway that is closed shut.
I'm gonna do perception
Okay. To do what?
to make sure it's not booby trapped.
Okay. You look around. You can tell that it's not booby trapped.
Okay.
Can I do an
Can-
Arcana check to see if it's got spells?
Yeah.
was what I was gonna do.
I was gonna be like, before I do anything
Can all
else.
three of us do that?
You all can do that.
Okay.
Okay. So Nox, once again, being the ever perceptive person, wearing her super sick headband, knows that there are no magical traps either.
Okay. I am going to try to pick the lock.
It is unlocked.
It is unlocked.
Yes.
The simple
Okay.
as turn it off.
I'll be like, look at my magical powers of
You
lock
open up
picking.
the door for Brennan, and you can tell that he's already got his sword drawn. And at this point, you no longer feel the rush of magic when he draws his sword, telling you that he's quickly adapting.
Okay.
Roman, did you want to make another Arcana check to try and decipher what he is?
Sure.
Oh, I got nothing.
Nope. Still have no idea.
Okay.
What was that?
Anyone else
20
care to know, or try to guess what he is?
Yeah, I'll do another check here.
Oh,
I know.
do you know?
You have heard of this in traveling with your brother. He mentioned a particular sect of arcane warriors referred to as the War Magi. You can definitely tell that they are people who aren't necessarily fighters first, but they're wizards first and fighters second.
Okay.
They're able to actually hone both crafts to being a weapon of mass destruction.
What? So you told me this?
It's the War Maggies.
The War Maggies.
I'm gonna look at Mordo's like, what?
It's the War Magi.
Wow.
They're powerful wizards. They're also adept fighters.
What?
And Brennan just turns to you and he grins.
I'm just gonna look at him like,
Let's go.
okay.
He opens the doors with you, Nox. Draws his sword, and you see Silvari standing there with her staff. Her staff appears to be made of rotted wood with it looks to be like an orb, almost a blackened orb, almost like a pearl in its opacity, held within a gnarled branch. And she turns, she goes, "What the fuck? How did you get here?" And Brennan just is entirely quiet. You can see that his hands are trembling with rage.
Seeing that he's hesitating slightly, I'm just going to stride right the fuck into the room because I am pissed at this point. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on her at 5th fucking level.
Shit.
What?
Goddamn. So that's a D.
Oh, and I crit on 3 of the 4 dice rolls for that damage.
Let's see if she saves.
I hope she doesn't. We don't like her.
Hold on. I don't have a wisdom for her. Yeah, she does not save. She missed by a few. So let's see.
Good, we don't like her.
Psychic damage, and she's already at like the wall, so she's not gonna move. But you hit her for a shit fuck ton of damage.
I am pissed.
What did you whisper to her?
Oh shit!
What
Actually, I have a song for this one. Rex invertice
yeah, so you do Dissonant Whispers on her, and she goes, "Fuck!" Initiative.
Initiative. Okay.
Fuck initiative.
All right.
That felt good.
I'm glad it focused.
Especially after I
you.
did 7 points of damage in the last fight.
It's like
Total.
Gonna go last.
Morty, what's wrong with you?
I'm 11 out of 20 today. All right.
11 out of 20. You're just not feeling 100%. So it's gonna go Nox. And it's gonna go Roman. Let's go Mordo. And then it's gonna go Silvari and then Brennan. So Nox.
My point.
Go ahead.
In doing, sorry, just to set up the scene. My point in what I was doing was to get ahead of the party and to try and push her back to corner her and do damage.
I was gonna allow you to get that one hit in.
Yeah.
Because it was very instantaneous, but now we're going to be in the initiative order. So she's already at the end of a wall.
Yeah, all I'm trying to say is like that I intended to be at least 10 feet in front of the party.
You definitely walked in front of everybody else.
Okay, that was my point.
That's no
I
doubt.
wanted to make sure that she,
Of course.
Just 1 second.
So Barry is going to do some... I'm sorry. How does rage work for Barry?
Basically, he disregards his own safety and then just charges in. It's a bonus action.
We're not doing that. We're going to do Fury Swipes.
Make an animal handling check for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. He runs in and does Fury Swipes. That is a dex save, 14. She fails, so she is restrained as well, taking another 8 points of damage.
And I'm going to come in and do my Sneak a Snakes.
Okay, so you run in. You do get advantage, so you do crit on your second attack. So that is a total of 16, 28, 38, 45 points of damage.
Plus the 33 I've already done.
Yeah. You can definitely tell that she doesn't care.
What?
She is still very healthy.
Oh, but it did so much damage.
Go ahead and make a dex saving throw for me, Nox.
Uh-oh. We're gonna die, guys.
Yeah. You take the following damage as she hellishly rebukes you.
I'm sorry, did you say that Barry's attack hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ted, what you missed. She has now taken 86 points of damage and doesn't care.
You take 22 points of fire damage.
Can I do evasion?
I'm going to say no, because it's a reactionary assault. It's
What
something
about
that you weren't
dodge?
expecting.
What about
Expecting.
dodge?
Dodge I'll let you do to reduce damage by half.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, how much damage is that total?
It'll be 11.
11, okay.
That's when it's reduced, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So 11 points.
damn it, Roman. Liar.
No, Silvare has taken
No,
86
that
points
one's
of damage.
damage.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nox. I was like,
Oh, no. Silvare has now taken 86 points of damage and
Okay.
doesn't care.
And I just took
I'm not
81
right.
damage.
No, that's a 1 there. My math was not right. So it is going to go ahead and be Roman's turn now.
Oh, it's not like I'm holding her in place.
No.
Well, I thought Barry had restrained her.
Barry has restrained her.
Yeah. In my head, Dissonant Whisper is like I push them away from me and I have to concentrate to hold them
You
away.
can tell
and that's
that
not how that spell
the
works at
fear
all.
effect is going to be dispelled because she's now been assaulted twice and is now being restrained.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. We need epic battle music. What am I doing here?
Yeah, this is way too
so
calming.
relaxing.
Sorry. Let me do this.
Ooh, I know what I'd like to do. I would like to cast Phantasmal Force on her.
Sure.
And
Ooh. Okay.
I would essentially like to basically make us seem big and scary in a holy way. Like we're
Okay.
all
She passes her saving throw.
okay, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, I don't want you to get too invested in what you're gonna do.
Hallucination, like that we're all being imbued with like this holy power and everything.
Yeah.
We're just
So
She
she
rolled a
failed
2 and then a 20.
she had advantage.
She has advantage on illusions.
Okay.
Okay. So that is going to go ahead and make it Mordos' turn unless you have already something on your bonus action.
I can't do anything on my bonus action unless I attack, right?
Unless you have bonus action spells
I don't
or
think I
your
do.
bardic inspiration stuff.
Ooh,
Bonus
yes,
action
I
spells.
would like to do that. Who's right after me in initiative?
Mordos.
Morty.
I would like to inspire Mordos. Go get her, champ!
Okay.
Thanks.
Roll with that inspiration, bruh.
I guess I have to actually click on it, huh?
8!
Apparently that's where they...
God damn, so you're going to get maximum on this one. All right.
That'll do.
So you are now thusly inspired and it's your turn, Mordos.
Alrighty. Is there anything behind her?
Wall. And actually floor, because she's on the ground.
Oh, she's
Is the
prone
room, is the
too?
room just a big
Yeah.
room with really nothing
Basically,
in the
when Barry restrains somebody, he knocks them down and holds them there.
Okay.
Hey, is the room just like a big room with nothing?
Yes, you can tell that this was sort of like her throne room, basically.
Okay. And can I reach her in one?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to run up to her
Okay.
and do 2 strikes with my staff.
Okay.
Sorry, just pulling up the tab here. Boom, boom,
Okay, so you hit and then you crit.
and then I'm going to use just use a key point and do patient defense. So I have a dodge.
Okay, cool. So that is how much? That is 26 points of damage. Okay. So that's quite a bit of damage for shit. Okay. That is going to go ahead and make it her turn. She is first going to attempt to remove the restraint. Can you go ahead and roll a athletics check for Barry?
Okay.
Yeah, she beats him. She rolled that 20, sorry. And she basically gets out of this restraint, and as she's getting up, she's going to cast a spell. I want Nox, Mordos, and Barry to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, I'm not very wise.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Where is his wisdom? I'm sorry. Saving throws. There it is.
Yeah.
Barry.
Cool. So Mordos and Barry can get out of the way of this, or they're able to repel this from their mind. However, you're gonna take a shit fuck ton of damage as she assaults your mind with some disturbing phrases. What the fuck is my D10?
Is this?
And I can't do anything with
a frightening or charming effect.
No.
Okay.
And there's nothing I can do to dodge
That's what the save was for. And it's not save or half, it's save or end.
How much damage do I
I'm
take?
still rolling it.
Oh my god. It's okay, you guys have Brennan.
You take 25 points of psychic damage.
Ooh. Okay.
You're good. We got lots still.
Did you say 25?
Yes, I did. And
Okay.
as she's getting up, you do all get attacks of opportunity.
Except for me, right?
No, you still do.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, you weren't like knocked prone or anything. It's just straight damage.
So Barry gets one too?
Yep, because he's in range.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know if I get 2 attacks.
Do I only get one?
Yeah, you only get one, and it's not going to be Fury Swipes. It's just going to be a regular attack.
Oh, that was for Barry. I thought he got one too.
Yeah, he does, but it's not Fury Swipes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I believe he's got like a bite attack or something, or just a regular attack.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. Okay, so he's going to hit, you're going to miss, and Ted's going to hit. So that is 18 points of damage. Okay. And that is going to go and make it Brennan's turn. And as a free action, Brennan is going to say, move. So I want you all to make a dexterity saving throw, including Roman, at advantage.
I'm
So
so dexterous.
Nox saves, Roman saves. One for Barry, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a saving throw, dex.
I'm seeing Ted roll that. Why did... Oh, because you rolled a check. I see.
Ted, you need a save.
No, I'm seeing Ted roll the save afterwards.
It's right,
Oh.
it's right there.
So, yeah, you all save. So that's good. Yeah. As he basically spins his weapon around, and you can see these arcane energies of lightning and cold and fire all sort of wrap around it, and he flings it in the direction of Silvare, dealing this damage.
That
Holy crap.
is like
Wow.
kind of cool.
It's impressive.
She fails her save, so she is going to take full damage on this one, which is 9, 17, 24 points of damage. And she is not doing great.
Can I do my Arcana check again? Because I still don't know what he is.
No, Morris told you all that he's a war mage.
He chose not to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely know that he is a war mage. And even for war mages, this kind of magic is unheard of.
Okay.
Being able to channel your energies in that way and just fling it as if it's some sort of projectile is ridiculous. You know that most war mages are able to imbue their weapon with some type of magic to do extra damage?
Mm-hmm.
But being able to channel that into a sort of projectile is ridiculous. No one should be able to do that.
Okay.
And then he's going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. I'm sorry, it's charisma saving throw. And he fails. As Silvare, after taking this huge blow, points a crippled finger at him and says, "Join me."
Oh, I'm going to use
There's no text on that,
And,
I need the text there.
You use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. As an action... Oh, I have to wait till my turn then. As an action, you can start a performance that lasts until the end of your next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed.
Okay, so it would help against being frightened or charmed. It wouldn't dispel.
But he has advantage on the saving throw.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
They have to be able to hear me, and if I'm incapacitated or silenced, it doesn't work.
Where's counter? Oh, counter's a bard thing. It's not a spell.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not a spell. It's a feature.
Yeah, sorry. I want to just take a look at it, make sure I have it pulled up.
I don't know why the text didn't show up in the roll.
What did she mean by join me? I'm a little scared.
Well, you notice that Brennan becomes more alert, almost like he's being puppeted. And it is Nox's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna see that Silvari is taking control of Brennan, and holy crap. Oh god. I'm gonna cast whole person away. Can I do fury swipes with Barry?
Yes.
Is he able to do that?
Yes. Yeah, he fucking hits for 18 points of damage, and she is now restrained.
Okay. So seeing that she's restrained, I'm gonna come in and do my regular attacks.
Hit. Hit. And okay, yeah, that's shit. Damage. It's 28 points of damage.
Hopefully that's in the disruptor.
You can tell that she is not concentrating. As a spellcaster, you know that most charm spells you have to concentrate to hold the spell. She is not.
Uh-oh.
Meaning that she's lost her concentration?
Meaning she never had to hold it.
She never had to hold it.
Okay.
Roman, it's your turn.
I'm going to start singing the counter charm.
Okay, so you start counter charming.
Yep.
Mordos.
What up?
It's your turn, bud.
All right. She's still in front of me, just kind of getting blasted. Hey.
Yeah, she is on her last legs from what you can tell.
Okay. I'm gonna do another couple of attacks with my. What's up?
Mordos, did you use your bardic inspiration last turn?
No, I didn't. I am gonna use it on one of these attacks. Do I have to name like which one?
Yeah.
Silly. First one.
Okay. You hit her.
And then I'm going to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Flurry of Blows! Voice cracked.
Alice, come here.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, you hit her every time. You do 38 points of damage.
Nice.
Damn.
And you can tell that as your fist sort of goes through her, she sort of slumps with a giant grin on her face.
Uh-oh.
And she says, "Good luck."
Oh no. Oh no.
You then turn around to see Brennan, and his eyes are now glossed over
Oh no.
with an arcane energy. And he is dragging his body to you, sword still in hand, gripping it tightly.
Okay.
This is not good.
Mm-mm.
Make
I can
Arcana
move,
checks.
can I?
Those of you who are arcane spellcasters, make those checks. Which means everybody but Ted.
Can I move or am I restrained by her?
God.
God, we suck.
Shit.
What?
None of you know.
I'm going to start rolling real dice. I don't trust this.
Ted, go ahead and make a religion check for me. Okay.
Oh,
you know that
nice.
he has been possessed. And with that check, you know that it is not Silvari that possessed him. And that she didn't try to dominate him, but she was transferring a consciousness.
Shit. Can I move away from them? Or no?
Yeah, you can move away from him.
I'm gonna move as far away. I'm gonna try and get towards my party again.
You're all near your party. The only one not near you is Roman. Roman's right next to Brennan.
Okay. Then I'm going to move to Roman, 45.
Yeah, you can get there pretty easily.
Okay. That's it.
That's all you're gonna do?
Well, I already I can't do anything else.
No, it's a new set of turns.
Oh.
You guys are out of initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, we're out
Is
of
she unconscious?
She's dead.
She's dead.
We
You
killed
punched
her?
a hole
I-
through her.
Okay.
The
I thought you were...
real threat here is my boyfriend.
Well, yeah, I thought you meant through her, last
Can I
time when she was
cast
a
whole
hologram.
person?
No,
Can
like
I
she is
cast-
straight up dead.
Can I cast whole person on Brennan or try to
You can try
cast?
to.
Oh god.
Oh, that's a check. Sorry, wisdom saving throw.
Ugh.
He passes.
No.
Your magic just
Can I be
phases
li-
over him.
Can I yell at him and be like, snap out of it?
So how do you do
I
that?
I don't know. I'm just gonna yell it at him.
Is it?
He doesn't seem to.
So we're not in initiative anymore?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Is my counter charm having any effect?
None
Has he even had a
whatsoever.
chance to make a saving throw?
You can definitely tell that he's not charmed.
So this
He's
is not charm.
possessed.
This is straight
Okay,
up possession.
then I'm gonna forget that song, and I'm gonna try and cast Hold Person on it.
Okay. What's your DC?
16.
He doesn't save that time. He's now held,
Nice.
and you can see that he's now struggling, trying to break out of it.
Would I be able to charm person at all on him?
You can try.
I'm gonna. Oh, okay. You try that, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try sleep on him.
Ted, you notice that the item you were given last night is beginning to vibrate.
Okay, actually, I'm going to take out the item, the stone.
So you guys see Mordos pull off a what looks to be like a medallion from his neck, and then what do you say to it?
What do I say
do
to the
you do?
medallion?
Yeah.
Brother, we need you.
Then in a flash of light, you see this immense shadow come out of the torchlight, and it's a being that is much larger than you saw last time, Mordos. It's about 10 feet tall, and it's
Whoa.
covered in this spiked plate, wielding what appears to be a greatsword in one hand, and it emerges, and it appears to be some sort of demon. Roman, you are scared out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this to
Versus
hold my...
frightened.
Oh, that's a check. Hang on. Sorry.
Same thing. You are frightened. Nox, you recognize this person's face as Semsarian or Red.
Does that mean I lose concentration on Hold Person?
No, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna just look at this thing real quick.
Maybe reinforces my concentration.
Yeah, this being is covered in blackened plate mail that's, like I said, covered in these gigantic spikes that if you were to touch them, you would probably bleed.
Fred.
It approaches this being and kneels down to him and looks him over. He appears to be, his skin is no longer a red, it's more like a blackened crimson, and he emanates an aura of what appears to be fear. That seems to not permeate the three of you or Barry. He kneels down and he says some words in Abyssal, and he waves his hand across the face of Brennan, and nothing happens. And he looks back to you, and Ted, this is not a face that you remember seeing last night. This is a face that appears to be more gaunt yet strong, as if it's seen a millennia of tragedy.
Okay.
Mordos, why have you called me? And as he speaks, you can see his breath in the air. The air begins to chill around you. The torches begin to flicker.
Our friend is possessed by something powerful.
He turns back and just smells him. This is a vile magic.
Is there anything you can do?
Not I. Not without taking his life. But there is something that I can do to make sure that you can help him.
And what is that?
And he reaches out, he outstretches his giant hand that is about the size of your chest. And he reaches it out to an area where the three of you can grab onto it. Grab my
I'm
hat.
so frightened, so I can't move any closer.
You're not like magically frightened. You're just kind of spooked.
Oh, okay. I'm not frightened.
It's like seeing an actual devil.
Yeah, 10-foot tall tiefling and really big black scaly armor.
He reaches out his hand to you and says, "Grab my hand if you wish to save him."
Just
yeah,
grab his
so.
hand, Ron.
He then grabs the entirety of Brennan's face, and the world to you fades to black. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
No!
Oh. Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude!
That's good. That's good.
Glad
You're
you all
good.
enjoyed that. That's going to make it for tonight's session, guys, this week's session. Hope you all enjoyed
What's gonna happen?
fighting an ancient evil, killing a
do.
magister with one punch. Not really. But we'll return next week. Hopefully a little bit earlier, provided we don't have any more issues. But, you know, life happens. It's totally fine.
Yeah,
We did
sorry,
what
guys.
we did too. Sorry I felt a little rushed. I wanted to make sure we hit our timer for the night. However, I want to thank you all for hanging out tonight. And you guys level up.
Yay!
Level 11!
Level 11!
We're gonna do that next session.
Yeah, you guys can level up offline.
Cool.
But that's gonna be it for us. As always, you can follow all of us here at twitch.tv/WaitedDice to catch all the pretty cool shit that we do. One Wolfie, thanks so much for the caring words there. You can also follow all of our players here. I'm at twitch.tv/Galestrom. People know me as Gale. Ted or Mordos is twitch.tv/TeddyGage. Nox
Yes, sir.
O0 Bad Wolf 0O. And Roman at Romeo Kilo 125. Going on to what we do this rest of the week, I am doing nothing this weekend. I'm probably not going to stream at all this weekend, maybe. I don't know. I might stream on Sunday. I don't give a shit. It's been a pretty rough week for me.
Otherwise, tomorrow I'm doing a 24-hour
Right.
marathon.
We are going to be hosting on both my channel and Weighted Dice to go watch twitch.tv/ShelfGames. What is he doing over there, Ted?
We're gonna be playing games for 24 hours, maybe. We'll see. If we can
James.
and we're gonna be raising money for the local hospital, local children's hospital here in Vancouver. And I believe we're starting around 10 o'clock, but I'm not entirely sure. So just keep an open mind in the morning. We're gonna be starting up, and yeah, should be a lot of fun.
Sounds great. I'll be there. I'll be donating to help those kids. As you all may or may not know, I did my Extra Life charity a few months ago, and it was great. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Do the same thing. Go down there, donate to a children's hospital, do some good in the world, and possibly, oh god, I'm sorry, win some great prizes. Nox, speed-ups, what you doing?
I'm gonna try to stream this weekend, if at all possible. Just give me a follow, because I don't have anything set right now. I'll probably be supporting the charity stream tomorrow, so everybody make sure to stop by. But after that, probably Sunday do some streaming.
Sounds great. And
Nice.
Romeo, what you got going, bruh?
Well, I know I keep promising that I'm probably going to start streaming here soon.
You
It
monster.
doesn't look like that's going to happen, but I can tease some other good news that maybe something new and great might be coming to this channel right here.
We actually touched on this during our last live stream, where we are talking about possibly opening up another show. We're going to be doing a sort of an introductory series on playing Dungeons and Dragons. So if you're curious about how to do that, or if you're looking to get started and watch an intro show, trying to figure out how the game is played from start to finish, that's going to be a great thing. So keep tabs on our Twitter, which is twitter.com/weighted_dice, or it's right there in the chat for you right there. But being said, I think we're going to call that good. I'm going to go drink some beers as a celebration.
Nice.
You guys have a fantastic night, and as always, guys, roll poorly. Seriously.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Dog aggro.